Boo-doo-boo-doo-boo.
Okay, cool. We are live. Don't you dare turn off Switch.
But MCEP.
Been asleep for several weeks. Time to wake up, motherfucker. Alright.
Hibernating in preparation for winters.
In winter, I won't be using it as much. Because hopefully by then, I'll be done Pikmin. And then we'll be on things like Returnal and all that.
Yee.
There we go. Hello all. Welcome back to the Pikmin 4. I have zero clue where the hell we left off. I also have ice cream
Bullshit.
slowly thawing in my mini fridge.
But why though?
Because it was genuinely frozen solid. I tried to put a spoon in it and it just...
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
So I'm leaving it somewhere still cold, but where it can thaw slowly. So hopefully it'll be a little softer when I take it out. I forgot we finished the Giant's Hearth last stream.
Yeah, we're like in endgame.
I think we have one more area after the Primordial Thicket. There's still space for another.
Bat, you need to resize your scren.
Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
It's even stupider that it does that because I lock it so it can't be resized or moved or anything after I get it set, and then it still resizes itself anyway.
Because it hates you.
I need to check my settings and see if there's something in there that does that. Hello,
Greetings.
Sophie.
Greetings and conflagrations. Watch as Bat takes a sippy.
Okay. Enjoy the sip ASMR.
Sip.
I would like to point out, what time of day... Okay, Theo, you already know. What time of day does everyone think it is here right now?
What, in game?
Yes. Also, McGovs, subscribing at Tier 1 for 16 months. Woohoo! Habuski and welcome. What is that thing?
Blue.
Also, the music here sounds really dissonant. Sorry, discordant. Hey, it's Louie.
Oh, wow!
Dober dober.
Like 6 p.m. You're close, actually. It's 4 p.m. But also, this basement isn't as bright as it looks right now. I think that's just my camera doing something weird with its light filtering.
Probably.
Oh, excuse me.
got your gamma too high.
My personal life gamma.
Yes. You've set your computer's gamma too high.
I'm just gonna take the usual colors with me first.
Woohoo! Sound like fucking lemmings.
I don't trust leaves that I see on the ground anymore. Goodest space pucker indeed. Okay, I need white Pikmin then. What is this music?
Background music.
It's so funky.
Meh.
It sounds so much like Lemmings. Yeah, they do.
Man, I miss those games. Those were interesting.
Yikes, we got a lot of leaves in there. Are those the reds? Yeah, looks like it. Can you run them off cliffs like lemmings? Technically, yes.
You can do many things with them.
I was going to the rocks? I cannot tell. Normally the color indicates something when they're carrying things back for growth. I think that might be going to the ice.
With Silver's regards.
Of course. Yeah, it went to the ice, okay. I'm fine with that. So we have a dungeon right in front of us. The Mud Pit. Got stuck in the bottomless swamp. Some parts of it were pitch black, and now I'm covered in mud. Remind me of the mountain behind Nana's house. I don't like how this dungeon looks. It's suggesting
you'll be
only
fine.
2 types of Pikmin to me. Stop.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Stop killing all the Pikmin. None have died yet.
Except for all those ones that died.
None have died this stream.
Yet.
Listen, when they die in service of what they're literally born for. Service. That sounds like an excellent wrestling location. Oh, it's another aquarium. Why is it so fucking windy down here?
Because windy. I sure hope they did, Silver. It was amusing.
It was very you, hon. Oh! There's a Mamuta out there. Okay. Bitch.
Haha, fuck you.
Tiny ass creature knocks me off the entirety of Ochi, I swear to God.
Yeah, because fuck you.
At least nothing died.
Yet.
I thought something had just died. Turns out they were just idle back at the camp. Because they picked up something and ran off.
Ah, yes. Lovely picture.
What? Pick drugs? Is that what you
Yeah.
call it?
Yeah, drugs for your pick.
So much for none dying. None did die! I still have all 100 that I came in with. Strange not seeing Olimar. A little bit, but he's at camp right now. They sound so happy all the time.
Woohoo! Whistle noises.
So the game made a big fuss about them being in the mud, but it turns out the ice Pikmin are completely fucking fine in it. Unbelievable. It's like, oh god, your Pikmin are drowning. No, they're not. They're ice Pikmin. Don't lie to me. These fuckers don't drown, they just float there. Unbelievable. I'm sitting here panicking, going, oh shit, my ice Pikmin are actually gonna die to a liquid. No.
I mean, it could happen. Hup, yep, up, yep, up.
Test conclusive does not work. Through a single wing Pikmin got stuck in the mud. For some reason, it opted to flail about rather than immediately fly out.
Beep, 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 beep. Anything can freeze if you make it cold enough.
Let me just see if this works. Sort of.
That's something.
And there we go. Cool. They're rather effective at putting things in the bin. Yeah. So if I just... Ah! And then they'll just fly over it. Yep.
Hip, 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 hip.
Oh my god. Ochi decided it was fine and dandy to kill that one butterfly.
I mean, he's a pupper. That's what pupper do.
You're not wrong. Molly would also bite at random bees that flew by her simply because they were there. They have learned the tactic of bundle it, boys. Oops, I need ice. Yep. We had a single bud.
And now you don't.
Reminds me of the music from fucking Breath of the Wild when you first meet like Robbie in the tower. It's got that very like you vibe to it.
Right.
They're fine.
Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work there, Matt.
It is amusing though.
Yes, it is very pretty. The dude died, leaked out an orange.
That happens. Why'd that butterfly have, like, clownfish patterning?
Why not?
Hey! What's trying to lift it? A single ice. Yeah, alright. Sure. You'll totally get it, dude. I believe in you. Get all the ice in there. Have them feed. Okay. Wait. I just noticed that 2 of our flying Pikmin were fucking
Squished.
planted. That's the word. Oh, okay.
Okay, sure, or not. Phosix.
The power of wings.
Yep.
Like, I don't even need this anymore. This was the way that they probably intended for people to bring it across, but you know. However.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
I think Ochi's actually my fastest digger right now.
I mean, he is Boofer. Boofer got the day. They got grounded. Yes, McDowell's very good.
The mutants are not well, they're hostile, but they're not dangerous in any capacity unless they slap you. Really, all they are is just a benefit to the fact that if they hit a Pikmin, it gets planted into the ground and instantly flowered.
Oh, neat.
So, it's actually worthwhile just letting your Pikmin get beat up by it for a bit. Because it's literally just beneficial. They'll be fine. Pikmin currently outside your squad will come with you. It is feasibly impossible to leave any behind in these dungeons.
Feasibly impossible.
Believably impossible. It is entirely impossible. Unless somehow you leave one behind and it gets squished by the water wraith. But we've already dealt with that thing. And I swear to God, if it comes back.
Of course it is. Just to annoy you.
I don't like that it's dark right now. Fucking mushroom. Oh, good. Actually, I know a way to instantly kill you. Bruh. There you go, enjoy that. Thank you, Dodongo.
Dude, remember,
Oh!
Dongo just like smoke.
Yeah, I don't like you. Okay then. I saw that.
Chirp, 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 chirp. Blow it to fuck up.
Take the origami cranes.
Cranes can fly. Nope, they're just gonna collect stuff.
Yeah, alright, fine. Alright. Thank you for your valiant service. But I'm gonna have the winged Pikmin take all this away.
I mean, that's sort of their job.
Here come them wingy boys. Any buds? Leaves? No. They all appear to be flowered. Okay.
Murph.
I'm taking it slow in this dungeon just because
can.
I can't see shit, Captain. So
Hey, a new base.
now once I clear out the fucking God.
Send the Roomba of Claymore.
The Roomba of Doomba. I thought it turned around and just stared at it like, wow.
This is my life now. Nice. Now summon your base.
This is a really bad spot for a base.
I mean, you can collect all the stuff that's right there and build that bridge. Because it's right there.
I just hate how small of like a little inlet it is.
Yeah, fair.
All the base are belong to us. I have not heard that reference in a long time.
You have no chance to survive nuclear time.
We lost one. What do you mean more?
Because you lost some in the save before.
There's fucking one. I have to listen to that thing splat around. Yeah, that works. Our floor lights because we don't need anymore. So, free resources.
The best kind of resources.
Okay, you two take that. Oh,
Deku nuts.
I don't think Deku nuts are golden.
They are on the inside.
Fair.
Tink, tink, tink.
And that's
Everything.
onwards.
Blah, 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 blah.
We're missing one treasure, so this means we're on the boss floor. One treasure and a single rescue, so. Yep, there we go. Final sub level. Bork, bork.
Bork, bork, boof. York.
Boo. Nope. As he turns around at 3 FPS, Jesus. Well, there's a treasure. Oh, it's a triple enemy room. Okay. Hello. There's the big guy. Lost 2 more somewhere somehow.
Probably just something going nom nom nom.
Could have sworn I got all of them free though. Bork, bork, yes.
Bink, bink. Should have waited to unlock. Use that joke until you've unlocked every possible landing base site. Yes. That would have been great to go. But who knows how long that's going to be.
dead. More than likely they got eaten. Normally if you freeze an enemy fast enough they get freed, but... I guess not this time. Oh well. It was 2 ice, I don't care. We can reproduce ice anyway. And even if it wasn't, if it was the winged, I can always just go off to a dungeon and make more of them too. Thankfully, it came out of numbers that we did not have a lacking number in. I.e. the white Pikmin, which we only have 35 of.
Yeah.
Greetings, Zalfar. Zalfar? Yes, that's
Zalthar.
exactly the
Zalthar the Great gives greetings to us all.
I mean, greetings is also one of the things I say when I come into chats a lot. It's just, greetings! The Roundabout Express series is complete with the addition of the Life Station.
Nice.
There's also another new treasure in here. Portable Sunsets and the Crunchy Deluge.
Crunchy Deluge, nice.
And the Sphere of Good Fortune. Makes sense, because it's the 7-ball.
Yeah, it's the lucky number 7.
My favorite flavor.
You... What?
7, it's my favorite flavor.
How is that a flavor?
Saldar she blows! It just is. Don't worry about it. 7's a good flavor. You can find it on aisle 12.
But I'm at soup.
You know, someday I... Most internet personalities get, you know, like that Wikitubia page eventually of, like, what they do and all that. And I'm fully expecting some of the dumbest quotes of what I said to go on my when it gets made.
Yep.
Wump. Yo! 2 red potions. Oh, camera.
Camera, please.
Halfway through the day. We can do another dungeon, I think. Shane once done quotes himself. Go tit. Good job.
Frankly, you very much look forward to it. Yeah, I think we all do, Miguel. The question is, will it just be for Shade, or will some of our... It's a pup! Hello, pup.
It is a pup.
Hi.
The rarest co-host.
I don't want to be so rare, but we had to go. It is our roommate's birthday. So we had to go pick up her cake. You know, as one does.
Yep.
So had to miss a little bit of the violence. The adorable violence. Love these funky little guys.
Adorable violence.
Yeah,
I mean,
that about
that's
sums it up.
Pikmin. Luckily, I was still Pikmining even when, you know, I wasn't helping. Because I played Pikmin Bloom, which is like Pokemon Go, but Pikmin. Yes, it's a thing.
Get the fuck down from there! Bruh.
No.
And there we go. It is indeed a pup mom. With the
Adorable
Discord
violence.
nickname feature, I have called her Pupman.
Pupman?
Yes.
Nice.
Because I share your love for Pikmin.
Yes. And it is rare for me to find people who share my enjoyment of this game.
Look, you need to start playing Pikmin Blue.
I need to get out if I'm gonna be doing that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
there records
fair.
going outside. Unsubscribe, swipe left.
Yeah.
The laziest but slipperiest sliding grapes. Those grapes had been bumped twice to try and come down and didn't give the slipperiest, shimmeriest shit about any of the physics that occurred.
They were not interested in,
Let Ochi carry the grapes? Nah.
Ochi won't
Hi,
carry them. He'll just
Saltar.
eat
Hi,
them.
Miguel. Hi,
Ochi
Sophie.
doesn't carry anything. Ochi just eats it and then realizes he ate too much later.
And then spits it all out. Perfectly contained. Preserved perfectly.
See,
What?
Wachi is actually part hamster. Wachi is using their cheek pouch.
Well, it's dead.
Live stream as he plays Pikmin Blue. He needs a GoPro for that. And it's,
Imagine.
by the way. I mean, you could have a special edition. I'll wait until the violence is over. Joke's on me, it never ends.
Not on this channel.
The violence that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on.
Don't forget to grab the spicy. Yep.
Yep. The ultra spicy spray.
The pick drugs.
But yes, nectar is a thing in Pikmin Bloom as well.
I just realized ultra spicy
What?
spray means you're basically seasoning the Pikmin.
Oh, speaking of seasoning Pikmin, your sister wants to know if she can nibble on some of them.
No, not my horde. I need
Not
my
your-
army.
Not even the Xmas.
No.
That's the pasta too.
There are already pick carrots. I don't know why they came back. That's unusual, but hey, I'll take free extra spicy spray.
I think there were just ones that you didn't get in the initial, like, grouping. You know? And the AoE of them waking up.
Is that an avocado or a kiwi?
I get
believe
closer
it's
and I'll tell you.
avocado.
Pick cocaine.
Yep. You're short two.
Yes, given that it is a real-time strategy game, I guess this could be considered kind of like Dynasty Warriors.
In a very roundabout way, yeah.
No.
I mean, RTS is RTS.
It's fruit! Grand observation.
Dynasty Warriors isn't strategy.
Well, okay, fine.
Not even a little bit. No.
It's like a horde beat 'em up.
Yeah, it's a horde beat 'em up, not strategy. Civilization is strategy. Age of Empires is strategy. StarCraft is strategy.
They're not the same kind. This has a lot more. I don't know.
Dynasty Warriors is button mash until dead, with some combos here and there. If you know what you're doing, absolutely.
Look, I know. That's the other side.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you're just gonna.
It just panics. It just works.
Pickrim, it just works.
Bikram. Oh, this fucker. What are you?
Crab neck.
I have never seen those in Pikmin games before.
Crab battle.
Ooh, hello.
Epic crab battles of Pikmin.
Can I just? Yup.
The strategy is just literally knock it over and merge.
The strategy is fling
Why are you
forward.
going there? I said you to pull down the fucking billiard ball, and you do it, and then you just leave. Task complete. Don't bother carrying it. Jim can do it. It's crab time. The Sacred Sphere series.
By the way, that is the right side for you getting that spider.
Well, that did not go well. Never mind, it went perfectly fine.
Yeah, they're easy to knock over, especially with rock pick.
I love the way it dies.
Brr.
It just looks like it's having a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yes.
you kidnap its corpse.
Epic crab battles of Pictory.
Yes. 100%. Oh, that's great.
The rockiest boys.
Like, I love rock Pikmin. I'm so sad that in Bloom I don't have enough to go on. Because in Bloom you have mushroom battles. And there sometimes are crystal mushrooms. And I'm sure you can guess what the problem with me and crystal mushroom battles is I don't have enough rock Pikmin yet
Yeah.
to be able to join
Break-
them.
To break the crystals, yeah.
Because there
Where
are
are you going?
to help with the corpse. Clearly.
So you've got all these rock Pikmin. Which one's Dwayne?
I actually don't have one nicknamed Dwayne yet.
All of them. They're just Dwayne,
Uh,
all spelt differently.
One of them's
Man,
French.
that
It has 15 vowels, and none of them sound like they should.
The
Okay,
crab has
so-
achieved flight.
Another one's Welsh. It has 0 vowels.
Still means
And
Dwayne.
it is somehow like 20 feet long, and it just means Dwayne.
It's spelled with a TH instead of a D, because those are pronounced the same.
Dwayne.
Oh.
Because it's pronounced as a... Throw the purple ones at the spider.
Or, hear me out. I just set a bomb and blow it up.
Okay, fine.
I have these items. I might as well use them.
So, what's fun about Pikmin Bloom, though, is you can get special decor Pikmin, so Pikmin that are carrying things or have, like, stickers on them. I have a red Pikmin named Snoot,
Snoot.
because it's got a sticker on its nose.
I love it.
And the like it's actually protruding, like it's not stuck. It's actually like through the nose. It's great.
Are you fucking kidding me? They just got stuck on the web.
Yep.
You! I'm surprised it survived that.
It was about to get chowed down on. Rip those 3 pink Pikmin. You're good. The Hawks will kill it soon.
Bonk.
Put the things down.
Not yet, guys. Jump to the club.
Let the flyers deal with this.
I have a winged Pikmin whose name is Shrimp because they are a shrimp nigiri sushi Pikmin.
Nice.
I don't know why I'm surprised that that worked, but it did. Oh, there's no one there. My dumbass over here, like, I threw Pikmin. No, I didn't. I threw mine. Where are... I gave you a different task!
They decided, no, they didn't want that task. They like the color yellow better.
The game out here, like, your Dandori is about subpar, and I'm like, no, it ain't. The Pikmin are just stupid.
Right?
Where are you going? There's a... My Pikmin all have drain damage.
Gain damage.
I'm surprised that's not Wachi having the drain damage instead.
Given how much I put him through, yeah.
Yeah. What do you call him, Wachi? W.
Because OA can make a wuh sound.
I'm gonna call him Hwacha now.
Like O-A-T-C-H-I? That could be pronounced Wachi.
When does OA make a W noise? I can't think of a word. I'm seriously asking. I do not know this.
They're Derpman.
Love it. Okay, because specifically I'm using a more Japanese pronunciation.
That's fair. That because I don't know how to spell anything in Japanese, so I will bow to the more.
But like, Oasis? There's a W sound in there.
Yeah, but there's also an O. Yeah, but there's also O, so it'd be Owachi. But you know that's fair. My knowledge of Japanese is very weeb centric. I don't know all of it, or even
Okay.
a lot of it. So I will bow to your more full understanding.
Fucking cannon larva. The Roomba of Doomba must do its work.
Okay, apparently, according to Nintendo, it is Ochi. So I'm wrong.
Are you... I thought that worked for a moment.
For a minute, yeah, but no.
I love that they just basically hug it and that's it.
Yeah.
They're just like, damn, it's bright.
Yeah, I've just been calling it Ochi because that's how it's spelled, and I...
Apparently, it's yeah, Foundry has out. They are Dirtmen. And we love them.
I love their method of destroying things from the rocks. It's just throwing themselves at it.
Repeatedly. I also like how rock Pikmin cannot be crushed.
I vibe with the rock Pikmin. They embody the I'm gonna throw myself at this problem until it solves itself vibe.
And they're so good at it.
Yeah.
What are you?
They are the brute force Pikmin, so no wonder she them.
I had
okay.
something I was gonna say and I completely forgot it.
Train of thought derails, kill 6, film 11.
Train of thought derails. It took me a fucking moment.
They do sound happy doing it. I love Pikmin.
Yeah.
I actually just got a coin Pikmin. So it's a red Pikmin with a coin that's got a hole in it, and the hole is around its stem. I love glow Pikmin.
Free manpower.
You do need that, yeah.
Not today, fucker.
Man, that must have felt like a mistake. As this little monster soul's disappearing, it's just like, well, shit. They knew what I was gonna do.
The shade.
Yes.
I'm letting you name my red Pikmin with the coin with the hole in it. I'm letting you name this one.
Oh boy, I need to think on that now. Because I am not good with names like that. However, on the topic of names, while I think on it, I do have a fascinating little fan theory that people came up with a while back from Pikmin 1.
Oh?
Oh?
Is because Pikmin is specifically a Nintendo game, right?
Yes.
But the main character's name is Olimar. And then in the second game, you get a partner called Louie. People have theorized that Olimar's name is Mario backwards, in a way, or an anagram at least.
And Louis is Luigi.
Luigi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Orima.
Because
Mario.
the very specific way that the Japanese say L's is very R-like, so if you said it backwards as an anagram...
It's a hybrid. It's a hybrid.
I always thought that was kind of neat.
They make some of the cutest emojis.
I love them.
Hang on,
I'm gonna, in your memes and shitposting, I'm just gonna put a little picture of what the particular coin Pikmin looks like. So
More
if
white
anyone-
Pikmin.
White Pikmin are my favorite!
Give me my little X-ray sight, boys.
They literally are toddlers who do nothing but crave violence.
Yes.
And we know this from the animation.
They are very they are very prone to temper tantrums.
And violence!
The fucking train of materials.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. And I don't know if I want to name him Scrooge because I usually use S names. Okay, you don't want to break that wall. And that is why you don't want to break that wall.
Oh god, what a trap. A fucking
Yeah.
aphid.
That'll keep happening. See, there's two more. Because I use S names because my Pikmin that have, a lot of the ones that get stickers, the stickers say S on them. Because it's the first letter of the city that you live in.
Phew. That is adorable.
I do have a Pikmin named Reginald, by the way.
Reginald.
And because Reginald is Reginald, I also have a Pikmin named Seginald. That's got an S sticker. A lot of my S sticker Pikmin are names that ordinarily start with other letters, but I made them start with S instead.
Ah.
Like Sorge
Sorge.
instead of George. And, there's, Reginald, there's Sorge. They only get named after they get their decor.
Ah.
All of my Mahjong Pikmin are named after the most logical thing for Mahjong Pikmin to be named after, which is Japanese characters.
Of course.
I have some Pikmin that have ice cream on their heads. Yes, they shiver.
One is named Ben and the other is named Jerry.
I have Mint Chip, Waffle, because he's got a little waffle cone chip sticking out of the ice cream on his head.
I love
I've
that.
got Toothpaste, because the flavor that the one Pikmin has on his head looks like toothpaste.
Shreg.
Shreg.
Yes.
I have...
Streggery.
I have 3 different rock Pikmin that are ice cream Pikmin, and they all look like they're in Froyo cups. All you see is their eyes sticking out of the Froyo.
I love it.
That's great. You should have. You should get 4 of them and name them T, C, B, and Y.
The country's best yogurt, yeah. No, I've got Munchies, Orange Leaf, and Yozone, which are all Froyo places.
Fair enough. I only know of like 3 Froyo places.
I have 2 yellow ice cream Pikmin that are also, they're like white Froyo on one side and pink on the other. Their names are Split and Sunday. I have a baguette rock Pikmin that's named Stale Pain.
Stale pain.
Because
Oh.
pain means bread.
Yes.
He's a rock Pikmin.
Yes.
He brings
Oh.
the pain.
Stale
Oh.
pain.
I'm so glad you guys love these. Yes, I believe I actually have Streggery. Because I'm going through, of course, my white Pikmin are named, my white Mahjong Pikmin are named after things having to do with Majima, because they're the most violent.
Makes
That's
sense.
understandable, though.
My one rock Pikmin is Kiryu.
That butt though. You know, my first thought was DRG fucking dreadnoughts.
It certainly gives that vibe.
Well, with the
fact that you just think of William.
Swillium.
These are all good. I trust you. Trust me, I
oh
will be using these names.
oh god.
You seeing the old ass mouse?
Specifically, that is an SNES mouse.
Yes. I've got Transable.
Strevor.
Cichard.
Cinchard's a good one.
Felicity. Geraldine.
Suna.
However, the yellow Pikmin with the S stickers are named after pop culture icons or musicians, but with the S theme, so I've got Celine Dion, spelled with an S,
Yeah.
and Sasayoshi Soken.
Seti Lee.
And sometimes the stickers are on specifically the red one's heads, so I've got Samigdala, or Sammy for short, and Cerebro.
Actually,
But
just
spelled with that, of course.
I'll just do this.
That makes sense. Boop. Yum.
Doge don't care.
Doge don't care. But for the coin ones, I've got Kubrick, Pence, Kasha, P50, 50 Cent. This is why you need to play Pikmin Bloom with me, so you can also name your Pikmin stupid things. You can't
George.
name your Pikmin in 4.
George. Abe.
In honor of the stream, you should just call him Sensible.
Sensible.
Yes.
But he's a
CENT.
coin Pikmin.
Yeah.
No, CENTSIBLE. Sensible.
Oh, I love that.
Also, because I have someone who's quotations sensible as one of my viewers because they just dump money on me.
Yes.
So
Okay.
he,
Yes.
he is our god of sensibility.
Yes, you missed him going. What did he almost? He single-handedly pushed like 5 levels on a hype train.
Box
Oh my
single-handedly
God.
pushed six levels on a hype train. Yeah, because we got to
Well,
level
no.
7
Yeah,
in
we
like
got to-
the time span of 5 minutes.
Now, to be
Love
fair,
that.
there were a bunch of other people donating us that bumped us up a couple of tiers. But I think like him just by himself pushed just 5 levels.
Yeah, his one donation pushed 5 levels.
Now his one donation jumped us 2 in one setting, but I think he overall he did like 5 levels with it.
I genuinely don't think anyone's gonna top that.
Oh no. Not even a little bit. I'm not even gonna try.
Swooping Stitch Bug!
Thing.
Get stoned, Beetle Boy!
Get stoned, Beetle Boy. I love that.
Listen, sometimes when I'm playing games and I forget that I'm doing something, I just say whatever's in my head.
Yeah.
That's completely okay. I am now putting in chitter chatter though
Whoa. Okay, let's be careful of those green mushrooms.
Yes.
yeah. But now I have posted proof that I named the new one Sensible.
We don't need the fart mines going off right now. Ow. Don't bite Ochi.
Luckily, you can heal Ochi the same way you can strengthen your Pikmin. Oh,
Yep.
the one's still alive.
Also, thankfully, I have Ochi so overpowered at this point that those bites really didn't do anything to his health bar.
No, but still.
How do they break the ones up there?
Ah! Look,
Hello, Jess Knight.
yeah,
Hi.
that works.
Yeah. Oh, you
Go,
missed-
my
was-
violent children!
Shade, was the hype stream also where bitch I played Pong came from?
Yes.
Was that the yes? Okay.
Where we were talking about, like, how we used to play some retro games and all that. And I remember
And
distinctly...
Shade was like, I was so old I played X.
Yeah, and then your immediate response was, bitch, I played Pong. Ancient-ass Pong. I'll be right back.
Okay, bye.
I guess it's our duty to entertain chat in the meantime.
Yeah, basically.
You're not paying me! I'm your mother!
He doesn't pay any of us. He just lets us out of the closet once in a while.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it feels like it's the other way around, but,
Look, most of us haven't been in the closet for years, honey.
I know, right? I'm openly polyamorous. Shade has 2 moms and a dad
I'm
who
just a cuddle
occasionally
slut.
shows up and gives him his allowance.
True.
That's all he does.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just a
Ah.
shameless cuddle slut. I admit it.
It's okay. We love that about you.
Paid and fun, yes.
God, I love Pikmin though. Like, they're just little guys that do things and kill like, individually, Pikmin are not that dangerous, but you get a group of them together and they are capable of so much violence. And I love that for them. send a horde and things die. I also love the design of the enemies that like they suck the air in and you have to throw a Pikmin in to like
I think it's
overheat them.
specifically a rock Pikmin. Otherwise, they get eaten.
No, it can be any Pikmin. You used a winged Pikmin earlier.
I
Rock
missed
Pikmin
that.
do work the best, but yeah, it's any Pikmin just jams the little organ that they use to suck air in, and they end up like having to like cool off and open up their back, and you're just like in the meantime going around and you're like, it is not your day.
I got your butt smacked. So, Pup, do you
Buenos
remember
dias, Pikmin.
Buenos Dis ass? Sorry. Do you remember the Atari home console systems? Are you old enough for that, or are you a baby?
Honey, I'm 30.
Baby, got it.
I remember I don't remember Atari,
NES.
but I do remember the NES era.
Yeah, you've got NES and the Sega Master System pivoting to the Genesis and SNES.
Yes.
Yeah, I had the Commodore 64, the Apple IIe, and the Atari 2600.
Okay, the only reason why I am aware of, like, I know anything about the Commodore 64 is because of Commodore 64 Idol, which was an old
fair.
game back.
Yep.
And you can actually like load the games in on it, but the frame rate was controlled by your idling.
Yeah.
Good times.
But yeah, so we got into a digression, and I bring this up to see if you knew that there was Atari had a multi-game on the Atari 2600 that was basically just 5 flavors of Pong. But depending on which one you loaded up, it corresponded with a colored cellophane sheet with a picture on it that you stuck on your TV for the game field.
That actually, especially given how CRT TVs had so much static on them, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So you'd load it up and like, we're gonna play soccer. You'd pull out the soccer one and you'd do it soccer, or you'd play like, we're gonna do this other one, and you'd load it up and put on that graphic. And it was just, there was a haunted house one too that was weird. It was just they did so many we can't make graphics, so we're gonna print this out on cellophane and just slap it to TVs.
Look, if it worked, it worked.
There
were so many interesting things that were done back in the day, specifically to make up for the low pixel density that was available with the current technology. CRT TVs, there are some games that if you're not playing them on a CRT TV, they don't look the same.
Basically, everything before the N64.
No,
literally everything. Everything before the N64 and about half of the PSX library.
Yes, because they relied on the way
the scan lines.
Bleed.
Yep, they relied on the bleed and the scan lines
to get some effects, especially on like old Sega games. The water features in Sonic especially come to mind, and and it specifically, it was PSX era because I want to say, no, technically that came out originally on the SNES. The original like 16-bit Final Fantasies.
Okay, no, those are on the NES.
Well, Chad.
They were 8-bit.
No, I'm talking about like 5 and 6.
Oh, you're talking about 4, 5, and 6. Yes. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Also, welcome back. Yes.
The portraits, and even the portraits in 7.
Yes.
Relied on the scan lines and pixel bleed to create a higher resolution effect than the hardware was capable of at the time, and it was so
amazing.
Interesting how these artists did that. I think it even continued on to 9, so it was the entire PSX era of Final Fantasy games, the portraits relied upon
Yes.
the CRT technology at the time, and it was
Mhm.
brilliant. 9's also my favorite.
Nine has a lot going for it. I'm not a fan of you basically go Super Saiyan and have to go punch the moon in the end of the game.
And then another boss shows up that wasn't mentioned at all at any point during the story. Anyway, hello chat. Have my co-hosts been earning their keep here?
Yes, have we been doing good?
Judging by people responding to us going, "Ooh, Commodore," they remember that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with they like the trip down old man memory lane.
Wonderful.
I mean, we're compared to a lot of streamers, we are kind of old. Like, some of us are. I am. I'm old compared to you, Shade. That's why I'm your mother. Yeah, see, but Gumshoes were very, very entertaining. I mean, I always end up talking about like the more technical aspect of how some of these games work.
Well, that's
Can I
good.
also
I'll
say,
make sure to pay them in love.
I love when you put the different Pikmins together from like Pikmin 1, because the Pikmin 1 red Pikmin looks so much more like crack addicts.
They do. Their eyes are so wide and their pupils are so tiny.
They're just like.
If you added the slightest little shake to their eyes, they would absolutely look like Isaac after the caffeine pill.
We love them.
We tolerate them.
Don't worry, it's just an evolutionary trait that they stop taking so much crack.
You remember AD&D and feel ancient? Nice.
Give me a second.
Game Boy
here.
Color's first handheld console. Very nice. Very nice.
I had a Game Boy. That was my first handheld console.
My first handheld was a Nintendo DS Lite, but the first one I ever played on was the brick Game Boy.
Okay, except.
Fair. Accepted.
Do you know what your other mother actually has? It takes like 6D batteries.
6D batteries?
Yeah, she's got the Game Gear. She has a Game Gear.
Wait, no. The Game Gear was either 6 AA's or 2D cells.
Okay. Still, it was like, it's a battery hog.
Oh, yeah, because it was full color, 16-bit graphics, and decent quality speakers.
It's huge!
Yes.
See,
It's
see,
the
see,
size of
thing,
the Switch.
It's huge. It's
It
AA battery.
sounds
okay.
chunky as hell.
Shade,
It is.
Shade, it is the size of the Switch and as thick as the Switch dock. And the screen is as big as the old Tiger Electronics screens.
Here, I'm gonna go ahead and
It's like a 5-inch screen.
Let me just quickly look up a Game Gear. I've never seen these things before. What the fuck? It looks
Yep.
like a tiny Wii U pad, and I hate it.
Yep,
It is
it's-
a battery slut.
Yeah, that it was Sega's answer to the Game Boy. It was the Game Boy can't do color. Let's make basically a very tiny Genesis and go
Game
with that.
You
And
could bludgeon someone with it.
you could, but in later releases of the console, they packaged it with an AC adapter.
Because it was such a battery slut.
With a 2-foot cord.
Yeah.
It had a 2-foot cable. So literally, you were allowed to sit next to the outlet and plug it in, and you couldn't get too jerky or you ripped the charger out.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know.
Because you had one.
Yep.
Who here remembers
My dad-
using a fucking pinball machine though?
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
love pinball.
Love.
So my grandparents have a couple of friends that live just down the street from us, right?
Mhm.
It's great because you go down there, and their house is like this nice overlook of like the city. It's on the mountainside. It's great. You go down to their basement, and it's just pinball machine, pinball machine, pinball machine, pinball machine.
That sounds like heaven.
Box of game breaks.
Nice. See,
You know,
I-
go ahead. Sorry.
I grew up in arcades. Not like I went to play in arcades a lot as a kid. I mean, both of my parents were arcade techs when arcades meant a thing, like Time Out, Aladdin's Castle, all that stuff. So I would frequently have to get me and my little brothers drug along to work so they could like know where we were,
Mm-hmm.
and we would just be in arcades all day. And they would just hand us buckets of tokens and be like, "Here, go have fun."
That sounds amazing, though. What?
It was amazing. I got to play all of the games. But
Speaking of amazing, that was an amazing dinner.
glad you enjoyed it. So yeah, whenever anybody asks, "Do you remember this old type of game that was in arcades?" My answer is yes. I probably have the high score on it in an arcade somewhere in one of 3 states that I grew up in.
By the way, I just leveled up in Pikmin. So I'm gonna have this purple Pikmin go out.
Purple.
When they hit 4 hearts, yes, purple. Purple. It's now at 4 hearts, so it has to go and return to the place where I found it to get its decor.
Ah, nice.
It's gonna
Distinctly
take
remember
3 minutes.
Tekken 2 on an arcade. Yep, I remember Tekken 2.
Toucan.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
God.
more of a Street
There
Fighter.
are 2 of them!
Get stoned, beat a boy.
Jade, you require more power.
What was that?
You require more power.
But it's not my power we need to worry about.
Okay, so, my God, what's important is that I don't know what this is gonna come back with. There are a variety of decor types, and I try to keep the name, you know. Eventually, there will be Japanese snack decor Pikmin. And if I ever get a purple Pikmin with a Ramune bottle, I'm naming it grape soda.
Nice. Speaking of Japanese snacks,
Yes, you
What
have
is
your weeb
that?
snacks.
I can't tell because it's dark.
Wait.
It is some sort of thing. No.
That's not how. Whatever. I break every game I touch. Even Nintendo's not free of my curse.
No.
We already
Hell
knew this
yeah.
though. I fucking broke Tears of the Kingdom.
That's true.
Yo, yeah! Okay, except my favorite weeb snack. My favorite weeb snack. It works!
You
Except for
doing
the light.
good? you all right? Come here.
No.
I'll pick you up and yeet. Sure. What? Fucking
That works.
whatever.
My favorite weeb snacks is the Calbee. They've got these chips that are they're seaweed and sea salt flavor. I have to eat them with chopsticks.
Chapsticks?
Chapsticks, yeah. I have to eat them with chopsticks. I have to eat them with chopsticks or else the seaweed bits get everywhere.
Yes.
Time to freeze.
Oh, Shade's powering up finally.
There. I look like probably how Weird Al Yankovic did before his hair got really long.
We love him though.
We do.
You know what's great is that recently the Game Grumps posted a picture up on their channel, right? And on it was them drawing their channel symbol, their logo, on a brick wall because that's where they were doing their show. And right beside it was Weird Al. Because all the people who do, like, the famous people who go there and, like, perform or do shows and live shows and all that, they write their name on the wall. I just thought that was kind of neat.
Okay,
That's
so he came
great.
back with an S sticker, and therefore I must call him
Farty Jewel!
Soda Gurp.
Gurp. The Gurp from the Callisto Protocol. The Gurp Gloves. Motherfucker.
But yeah, I couldn't name him Cream Soda because he's got an S sticker, so his name has to start with an S. So they
Sir-
named him Soda Gurp.
Soda Gurp.
You should have named him Samane.
Samane.
Because you know you wanted that Ramune bottle.
Which,
So
I mean,
Oh my god,
there are
game. Please.
so many kinds of big core Pikmin. Because you can get them covered in clovers, you can get them with coins, you can get ones that are carrying little fishing lures.
nice.
Please do. Pikmin are a great swarm enemy. I actually kind of
Bear in mind, if they knock anyone unconscious, they have to start carrying them away.
Yes. I kind of want to play a Swarm Lord in D&D and have my Swarm be Pikmin. Because, like, just
That's
imagine
great.
you have your red Pikmin are immune to fire. You have your water Pikmin that can, your blue Pikmin that can swim, your yellow Pikmin that are immune to electricity. It's perfect! But, yes, you can get restaurant Pikmin, which are balancing teacups on their heads.
Ah, nice.
Cafe Pikmin, which are inside of coffee cups. Some of them even have little mushrooms that are stacked on their stems. Sweet shops, you can either get macarons or donuts. Movie theater is popcorn, so they'll have piles of popcorn on their heads. Pharmacy has toothbrushes, toothpaste, and little floss. Some of them even have, like, the toothpaste on their head, like a little toupee. And I think that's great. Zoos, they have dandelions on their heads, like manes.
It's amazing.
Forests, they have stag beetle heads.
Why?
Or they have acorn hats. If it's by a water side... Does that one Pikmin now have depression?
Oh no.
There.
If you get them by the water side, they'll be carrying fishing lures on their back. Post office ones have stamps stuck to them.
That's amazing.
If you go to an art gallery, they got their picture frame Pikmin. What's funny is the purple one. Most of them are so the frame is like around their faces, but the purple one, his head is just fully stuck through the frame.
That was my exact idea. Just drop them to 0 and fly off of them. To be fair, the play party didn't realize that they had a mimic in the party since the first game. Oof.
So the best mimic trick I have ever heard of is something somebody did as a meme, where you have your campaign, you tell your players at the beginning there is only one mimic in this entire campaign.
Oh god.
And then after several sessions, you have them talking with an NPC and have them casually say, "Man, you ever be looking up at the moon and it looks like it's winking at you?"
At least you guys didn't get eaten by a mimic the size of a cave that had a whole tribe of kobolds living in it, not realizing they were living inside of a mimic.
That just sounds like a skill issue.
How are we supposed to know it was a friggin' mimic?
Nature check.
I feel like that'd be an awfully warm cave.
Right? Very damp.
Okay, but the leader of the leader of the kobolds is a Fey fire dragon who also didn't know that they were living inside of the mimic. We all almost got digested! It sucked.
Sounds like it.
Anyway, we adopted one of the kobolds.
Of course you did.
At
The
least-
kobolds are awesome.
At least my character did.
Well, I see the issue here already.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. Meanwhile, one of our other player characters,
That sounds like Boston.
Yep.
one of our other players managed to,
My god, let me get on OG for... No, I'm restarting that. I'm restarting that.
Rewind time.
There was some
One of our
bullshit in there, because
players-
I kept running right by OG and hitting the button, and it was like, no.
yeah, it was chaos. One of our party members seduced another on top of a treasure chest that turned out to be a mimic in disguise. The mimic was so shocked they didn't know what to do.
What you do with a mimic in disguise?
God damn it.
Is cover its
That
face.
was not ideal.
I was gonna say, Jesus fuck, where the hell are you?
They didn't seduce the mimic, they embarrassed the mimic.
Nice.
It was apparently a trained mimic though, because it was inside of like the cargo hold of a ship, and it was meant to deter, there were 3 trained mimics in the room, and of course the one chest they decided to get freaky on was
That makes sense. Yeah. Look, at least the mimic didn't join it.
yeah.
That's an entirely different style of game.
There we go.
Yeah, so much spicy.
So spice.
Okay.
Good work.
You did it.
And they're all still flowers. Bonk.
Hit under. To save yourself from the falling rocks, those were meant to be hit under.
You may or may
Yeah.
not have rules for that kind of game. Yeah, don't worry, so do I.
See, this is
Fun
why,
fact,
though,
I am also a DM.
I want to get Shade involved in the D&D campaign that I'm in. We all think he would have a lot of fun. Riley's a good DM.
I am also a DM.
Yeah, I was like, what are they? The mimic was like, what are they? Oh. Oh. And no, they didn't actually fuck. There was only the use of a mouth. So. But, seduction happened nonetheless. I love that you're using the winged Pikmin to grab the person, because they're like the little flying paramedics.
Well, yeah, but other Pikmin just kind of drag them.
This is much kinder.
I don't think they can feel right now. But that's not the point.
He's in for another existential crisis.
Away, my army. Back to the surface. Watch, we're gonna have like 2 seconds left on the clock for the day.
Bing, bing, bing,
Beep,
bing,
beep,
bing,
beep,
bing.
beep, beep.
The memory fragment, center left. It's a Nintendogs photo. That's what the puzzle is. The Megahorn. In 2, I believe that became an item which allowed you to auto-pluck things by whistling on them. Also, the mouse, the creativity conduit.
The
Yep.
chance totem.
Was that for, Mario Paint?
Yes,
Yes, actually.
specifically.
The
There were
spouse alert.
a couple, I think, that also might have used it, but it was almost exclusively Mario Paint.
So the belted delicacy is definitely Tamago, and your other mother is called Tamago.
And posture check complete.
Poppers, hello, baby.
It's a Molly!
Hello.
Oh yes, scritches for the girl.
Good girl.
The Sphere of Calm.
Doof the boofer.
I shall floof the boofer.
Because I can't redeem because it's on cooldown.
We love Molly. She's just a good buffer.
Jingle Jangle goes for collar as she gets floofed.
Yes.
She gave me the content smile as well.
She has a great smile.
Hey, baby.
Mlem. I got doggo Mlem.
You got a kissy.
Yeah, let me get right behind your collar there. Oh, yep. Just like that. Sticking her neck straight out and her nose pointed forwards like a weather vane.
Like a weather vane.
There you go, baby. I sadly do not have anything else for you. No, my tattoo is not food.
Snip, 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 snip.
No, more like lick, lick, lick. Hello. She likes getting my attention when she sat next to me. You can actually see her like right here in the corner of my camera.
She wants loves.
To get my attention, she usually swings her head back and bumps the back of my hand with her nose. Because she knows it gets my attention. Yes, your wet puppy nose.
It's important. The sign of a healthy pupper is having a cold, wet nose.
Indeed. Rebuilding dragons is hard. Well, why rebuild them when you can just repopulate?
Or is that a fuck the dragon joke?
Yes. I'm not even gonna hide that one. Yes.
To a shade that fuck the dragon, and fuck a lie, sing fuck a loo.
Yes. She thinks my tattoo looks sweet. 9 seconds on the day. Let's go. Look at all this wasted nectar.
Yep.
It's gonna be gone in the morrow.
Boop, boop.
You have to massively upstat that wimpy dragon.
Look, okay, so one of the things that one of my DMs did in the past was they turned a dragon that in the canon wanted to commit suicide by adventure. They gave it the burning blood template, so when it died, it exploded.
Oh no! Imagine this dragon traveling with you, and it's like, I want to die on an adventure. It's like, alright. And they finally
No,
die,
no.
but it's like an enclosed space.
It was a red dragon enemy. It was a young red dragon that was attacking the city we were defending. One of the only NPCs we lost was because the dragon exploded on them.
Nice.
We were playing Red Hand of Doom.
That's amazing, though.
So I'm like,
So how'd you die? How'd you get to the afterlife? A dragon exploded.
the dragon exploded on me.
Phrasing, sir.
No, I mean literally, when the dragon died, the corpse exploded.
On my face.
It was on me too, to be fair, but I was a player character, not an NPC, so I survived it.
As
I
well
was
you
not
should.
happy, but I survived it because I was playing Mona, who's my Bard Warblade.
I remember way back when I used to play a half-elf bard named Scion. And one of his biggest aspirations was to become a dragon rider.
Nice.
He managed it.
Not in the writing that I'm sure he expected.
You can check both boxes off for that because I'm pretty sure that happened anyway.
Nice.
Also, so that's excellent.
Cool. Now we're done sifting through all that to clear it.
Finally.
Oh, we don't have any medicine.
Bard was like, that wasn't the first time I made a dragon. See, Mona was strictly a lesbian. She was an incredibly flamboyant lesbian. She ended up with the captain of the guard, who was a female.
There's one very specific character I would like. Actually, there's two very specific characters I'd like to try playing in a campaign again. And one is my Kobold Artificer, who was raised by Yetis. No,
Cool.
yeah, I didn't stutter over any of that.
So did he build like insulated coolers?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
He grew up. He was raised by Yetis and grew up in the Icewind Dale.
Fair enough.
And then he fucked off because he hated it there. generally, the concept on how he left is agreed upon by our group on the fact that we had a Warforged cleric, right?
Uh-huh.
And he became a Warforged solely because of True Resurrection kind of going a little wrong, and ended up being recast as Reincarnation. So he came back as the Warforged, which was actually happened to be a deactivated body nearby that my kobold had found. So when it woke up, he got super excited and fixed the body because it was all broken and dented and rusted. So he replaced everything and was like, all right, cool. We're going on an adventure. So they stuck together for a long time. And then when they wanted to leave the Icewind Dale, the idea was he sat there and was like, okay, I want a boat because I want to become a merchant. I want to ply my trade and enchant stuff for people just so we can leave. So he got a boat. He modified the boat. It became basically an old paddle boat, powered by coal.
Uh-huh.
As time went on, he started learning deeper and deeper about how Warforged work, and figured out a way, apparently, to remove the core from the Warforged and put it in his ship. So now his ship is alive, and it can talk.
Mm-hmm. Was the Warforged name Karn by any chance?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I get that reference.
Thank you. I'm glad someone does.
I'm a Magic the Gathering nerd. Of course I get that reference.
But no, he took the core out, put it in his ship. The ship's alive and can talk. And in the back room, where he does all his tinkering and whatnot, there's just a bunch of different Warforged bodies that are based around the different classes.
Oh,
Nice.
so you can swap when needed.
Yeah, so whenever he docks at a place, he takes the core out of the ship and he puts it in whatever body that his friend wants at the time. I've always dreamed of becoming a boat. Well, see, he was a cleric, so, like, he's still technically a cleric, but he can still take the core out, shove it into, like, a body that's got, like, a bunch of suspension on it and shit, and it's like, now you're a monk. You gotta learn to use the body, so you still gotta start from 1 with that class, but...
You've got a stat spread that's complementary to...
And then, that kobold became a staple in the rest of my campaigns as a merchant selling magic items.
Excellent.
That's great.
And his first name is Gears. G-I-E-R-Z. Which is also an amazing pun on the fact that he's an artificer.
Yeah.
You'd play the fuck out of that Warforged. Well, if I ever have someone run the campaign and have him as a companion, I'll let it happen. Alternatively, could always work together on characters together to try and make that happen. And my second kobold was a Pathfinder. And he was a Blood Rager. And he was gifted with dragon blood directly. So his immediate wish was to, I want to ascend. I'm going to become a dragon, and no one will stop me.
I'm going to be a dragon, and nobody can stop me.
What's funny is that in the Draconic bloodline, you can actually turn into a dragon. You get Shape of the Dragon 1 and then Shape of the Dragon 2. And Shape of the Dragon 2 allows you to just convert yourself into a dragon.
Yep.
But he wanted to ascend and become a full dragon, not just shifting between it.
Sounds like Sylvetta's up for things.
There's a half dragon in your current party.
Nice.
See, what was funny about Mona, my Bard Warblade, was in order to convert her bardic inspiration into dragonfire inspiration?
He was a
actually
kobold-sized dragon, technically. He felt like he was a dragon at all times. He started his horde early.
That's adorable.
So
But,
there, like, okay, so I need to quickly tell about this. So he started his little horde, right? Because he already had the dragon's greed in his body. So for his horde, he traveled beside a rat folk. Her name was Ricket, and she was an alchemist. She had a little cart behind her that was her little shop cart, and then to combine with that, she had a couple of lock boxes inside of it. And anytime he got money, would store all of it in this lockbox, and then keep the key on his person at all times. But if anyone went near it, he would just stare.
It's mine.
You do not touch the box.
Touch his box.
Angry kobold noises. I think another one of my favorite parts was, he had an amulet that he found because his tribe was a... They worked to...
Yes.
Hold on. I need to collect my thoughts for a second there while I look at that. His tribe was a mining group, and they had struck a deal with the town below because they didn't have a dragon leading them. That they would trade ores for money and support and tools. Because it was a small little town, so they learned how to make mining tools and all that. So, during one of these little mining expeditions, he found an amulet in an old dragon's den. So he took it, attached it with string to his neck, and just kept it there. Turns out, a burst of magic happened when we went to investigate some sort of tower that fell from space in a meteor, and it knocked out a good chunk of the group. Him included. So when he woke up, his amulet was gone. Turns out the amulet was a god of fortune and mischief, goddess of fortune and mischief, in the form of a little Eastern dragon that was trapped in the amulet for the last 1,000 years.
The blast managed to.
So now he had this tiny little dragon always following him.
Mushu style.
Yes. It basically sat on his shoulder at all times. Or in his backpack, because his backpack was warm.
Cozy.
But yeah, I really want to play one of them again. I have art for the Blood Rager.
You needed to think about things because of the,
The long legs on the way.
Yeah!
Just a mite bit concerning me.
At least you only have one, thing to protect. One liminal.
Which is a nice change.
Ah, desiccated scare leaves! I forgot, Ochi's kind
You
of
mean
a
things
fucking
that...
boss.
You mean Wachi's, like...
Nom 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 nom. Nope. Time for sippies.
I already had it.
Dang it, I missed it.
Thank you for reminding my child. Hydrate.
I make sure he hydrates at minimum once a week. At the very beginning, I redeem him almost every time.
I'm really sad it isn't a groovy long legs moving to the beat. I feel like that would be fucking hilarious.
Groovy long legs is always hilarious. Just the Pikmin, like, going crazy dancing.
What I found funny was I played so carefully that I managed to completely avoid red phase when I first did
I
it.
was not so lucky. I was not so lucky.
okay, you brave soul?
She's fine.
Ochi's good. He's a good boy. Pick Dukin.
I almost got stepped on. Ochi, you brave soul. Oh well. Pop.
You did it.
Current Watching gets hurt. Oh no, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's just so powerful. It's like there's no reason to worry about him at any time. And now he is heal level 3, so even if he gets really hurt, it's just like, okay, does he have a moment to breathe? He's fine. I'm so glad the ground managed to cough up its mucus. Always happy to run Pathfinder. I need to find another game to join.
Well, you know, you and Asoeta know each other now.
A
that's
grand
amazing.
observation!
Well, who's the reason you are in the same spaces, huh? Huh?
Circumstance.
No, me! I invited you both to Karanai. It's not me! Call me circumstances one more time!
Look, circumstances. Stop yelling.
I'm not yelling.
Why is it always Pup Drive? Why is it never Pup Hitchhike?
Connie!
Yeah, it's weird that it's Pup Drive because I don't actually know how to.
So what I should be hearing is, it should say Pup Passenger.
Yes.
Namu!
Pup Ride.
That's a dangerous road to go down. Knowing my fucking chat.
I don't think there's anything dangerous about that at all.
Listen, there are certain topics with my chat that I would not trust those chuckle fucks to talk about in any sort of coherent, measured way.
Look, I have literal dreams sometimes where instead of using a regular car to go to places that are nearby, I'm literally using one of those like battery powered toy cars for kids on the sidewalks.
Nice.
Your dreams sound like they're fun as fuck.
Look, my dreams are usually hyper linear and like genuinely tell a story.
Mine don't tell any stories. Mine aren't linear at all. I can barely understand them when I wake up, yet I understand enough to confuse other people with telling them about it.
Okay, also, I've been tapping my phone to get stats. I have another Pikmin that's about, a decor Pikmin that's about to sprout.
Oh boy.
Woo!
He was a huge seedling. They take 10,000 steps. So I've been waiting on this Pikmin for a while. He's one of the power card Pikmins!
You may or may not have a campaign in mind. Oh boy. Another tabletop I really want to get into is Werewolf. The Apocalypse. The problem is, I have heard Werewolf 5 is not great to most people.
Look, I have all the original books, so trust me, I've got you.
I think W20 would be best to start on because W5 does not sound like it's being received well. Given the fact that it sounds like they've been, shafted in power, pretty much.
Werewolves should be like 10-foot tall snarling death beasts in their war forms. That's how werewolves should be.
Apparently in W5, it's made so you can literally immediately drop your were form and just... Now you're a normal-ass dude. Congratulations, you can't go back into either of your forms for
Ugh.
X number of time because... Get bent, I guess.
Emergency
so
hide
that's also
button.
knows WAD though. So
Like there are two current WAD scenarios I want to try. I literally just finished the prologue for VTM on our current run. So now the DM's taking the storyteller's taking a break to run campaign of Steinhearts,
No.
which is D&D. Steinheart's Guide to the Eldritch is a new thing,
yeah.
which is literally tabletop Bloodborne.
Yep. Like one of the classes, literally the Bloodborne Hunter.
It's called Jaeger, and Jaeger literally translates to hunter.
Yeah. I would love to play Werewolf again though.
I already have
I
I already have a character in mind. I just haven't gotten their sheet.
I have almost every splat book for the different changing breeds.
Ooh, nice.
I think I'm only missing Rokea and Naga. Both of which are very hard to play. I even have the Changing Breeds of the East book that includes Kitsune.
Oh, nice.
See, I'm waiting on my current World of Darkness, Chronicles of Darkness sensei to get back to me. He's a lovely Polish boy. He's been teaching me everything about every single one of the settings, and he's rewriting the W5 book to be more as it should be, and not how Paradox made it. Because
Paradox.
okay, the fact that you can become you can be a werewolf, but you can also literally get shafted and just be a normal human for X amount of time because you don't have enough rage. It's like, oh, good.
No, just have to roll. If you want to shift, you should have to roll against the gauntlet of the current area. That's how it's always been.
Not anymore. It ain't. It's rage dice apparently.
Stupid.
So he's
basically.
rewriting a lot of the rules to be as they should be, with some of
So
the
as
update
they
stuff.
were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
But
then
with, some modern
he's also waiting for the W5 Pharaoh book to come out.
Yeah.
Because he
Okay,
wants all the other races to be there, and truthfully, I'm going to sit down with him one night and we're just going to talk about how to build the Camazotz.
Yes. Kamazot.
And he also wants to make the Korvax because he loves the burbs.
Yeah, well, okay, so Kamazot's were supposed to be tonight, what the Koraks are today. They're messengers. They're flying messengers. That
Yeah.
was what they were supposed to be in their,
Lore.
service to Gaia. That's
Yeah.
the phrase I was looking for. Like how Mokale are the memory of Gaia, and the wolves are the teeth and claws of Gaia.
Which they took a little too seriously.
They did. They started. The whole reason why the War of Blood happened was because the werewolves thought, well, Gaia doesn't need anybody else.
Because they're dumb.
Because they are dumb. They're dumb puppies.
Yeah, Gaia had made all these wonderful races, and then she made the wolves and forgot the off button.
No,
Yeah.
she made the wolves and only gave the entire race 3 brain cells.
No, they all have one brain cell for each tribe.
No, the children of Gaia have at least 3 of their own.
The problem is the wolves made in their dump stat.
Let me get my totally not worm-tainted vampire to come play. I do have a VTM character that I'm just waiting to get back to, though.
I mean, I'll bust out my mage.
It's one of my favorite characters I've made in a long time, currently.
I
Kasia,
love
the fucking mechanic.
I love crossbook campaigns.
Doesn't Chronicles tend to do that a lot?
I don't know, but Old WoD did.
Old WoD did for a while and then stopped because they realized it was a terrible idea.
No. See, Old WoD did up until the end. The only thing is that
Mom says it's my turn to use the brain cell.
you can't have wraiths and demons in the same campaign because the event, the Week of Nightmares, when the Abyss cracks open and demons starts is when it causes a psychic backlash throughout the entire plane of Wraith, and Wraith ends. So there are just some books that literally cannot be played together because of how the timeline goes.
But like VTM and Werewolf can cross over easily.
Yeah, as well as
There's already a
Mage.
bunch of, isn't there a bunch of like modules already that contain
Yes.
them?
Yes.
Yeah, there have been a lot of
Same
crossover.
I know
Mage,
in ours,
Changeling, Hunter. Hunter is made to be using the other books for what you're fighting against.
yeah,
Yes.
I know for a fact that Werewolf can cross over easily because in our prologue and for VTM, we had a werewolf driven headfirst into the fucking Elysium. So there's that.
Oh God, no.
We drove out. We're like, okay, there's a Sabat warband on the way. We need to warn everyone. Anarix and the fucking Camarilla combined because we're gonna need all the forces we can get to deal with that shit. We got to the Elysium because we managed to just text the Anarix because we have an in with the Baron. We got to the Elysium. Someone ran inside and was like, hey, so, Sabat warband on the way. Maybe you should mobilize. And then a fucking truck barreled through the front doors and a werewolf was set free. So they came back to the car. We kind of sat there for a moment and we were like, so what do we do? And my immediate response was, I choose to live. And we left.
Yeah.
So now we're sailing up Lake Michigan.
Prometheus. Okay, so out of everything from WoD 2.0, so technically Chronicles of Darkness now, the only one that I think would be worth bringing into regular WoD, like old WoD, because I grew up on like Werewolf the Apocalypse. That was my very first tabletop. Is actually Prometheus. I am very interested in Prometheus.
Promethean was interesting. I'll give it that. All of my WoD knowledge is from like 20 years ago.
I
When I was doing official World of Darkness LARPs.
So classic World of Darkness.
Yes, where mages, yeah, VTM, werewolf, mage, changeling, and Promethean were all that existed.
Yeah.
I would love to play a Changeling The Lost campaign.
It can be real interesting. See, the problem is, a lot of the events you're talking about, like a lot of the major events that have changed in the World of Darkness campaign settings, happened
Oh, for fuck's
while I
sake.
was LARPing. So we'd hear these stories about stuff going off and how we were reacting, and all the mages were like, eh.
Yeah, that sounds about right for the mages. Just shrug. If it's
Because-
really such an issue, then we'll just change the issue.
Yeah, because mages can just go, no, that's not an issue anymore. Snap fingers. Issue deal.
The
issue
problem
dealt
is,
with.
Once
depending
they're
on
high enough level,
the
Right.
secondary issue is if they're not able to contain said issue, reality will just go, how about no?
Yeah.
sorry,
Well, I
the
mean,
vampires
like,
have been waiting for this shit for how many years? They have been literally like primordially afraid of this. So you can't just unwrite it. Sorry.
right, no, but I mean, like, I was like a really like noob beginner level mage, and because of the focuses I took, literally nothing could touch me without my okay. Because the schools you could take in classic mage, you could take things like life and matter as your magic focuses.
Yeah.
So there's like, oh, a vampire wants to seduce you. Cool. I turn off his light. You can't do that. Yes, I can. I have the points. I'm not going to let him bite me. Dead. So yeah, mages were broken.
Mages are broken.
I assume they still are.
They can be. But you need what you need is a firm form SP. Firm SP, basically, to tell you He's trying to
well,
change reality. They
yeah.
need to be able to pull paradoxes out of their back pocket.
Yeah.
Huh? You left the maze level? I don't know. The SC wasn't paying attention.
The mage level because a vampire tried to eat him, so he stopped it and gained 3 levels. Because the vampire botched his sneak check.
Yeah, see, my boyfriend has this really overpowered vampire character who I would never let him play in any campaign because he is ridiculously OP.
Fair.
Like painfully so. The DM let him, originally a Roman Catholic, born to a family of mages, have the Staff of Moses.
No.
You know, something he could actually use because he was born a Catholic.
Yeah, no. No. No.
Apparently
No.
Apparently the DM just completely forgot that he was born a Catholic.
Oh. No.
And could therefore actually make use of the Staff of friggin' Moses.
No. After that, your DM should have lost his DM privileges.
After that, he should lost his DM privileges. I'm pretty sure he just lost his mind. Hey, drink up! I just concentrated my entire basket and played some of that iron and hold it over to love. Yeah, that was the end of the campaign. He got the thing he should never have gotten.
Yeah.
It's okay. There were only 2, and you killed both of them.
I'm more wondering what the hell that red ring was. Why did it just try to red ring Xbox?
Yeah, it basically, it causes everything that touches it to panic. By the way, you could have gotten rid of all the grubs just by sending some up to the place where the grubs are spawning. And you wouldn't have had to deal with the grubs.
That one brave glow Pikmin tried to get in.
And got promptly eaten.
I will solve this problem. No.
Oh, there's Pikmin news! Japan exclusive fortune decor.
Nice.
They're Omikuji Pikmin.
Oh, there's that. Yeah, all right, bye. Yes, it's gonna cough up juice.
Sadly, I cannot get any of the Omikuji Pikmin. They are Japan exclusive. I'll just go back in time and eat you before you become a pro. Except early on in the campaign, he got to eat Bruja.
So, of my coterie currently, we have a Lasombra. I'm the Gangrel, by the way. We have a Toreador and a Banu. And everyone's saying, nah, I'm gonna be the first one to fucking deodorize someone. I'm sitting here like, I don't know, man. I've succeeded every single one of my frenzy checks so far. I don't think I'm going to. I ate a firebomb to the face and lost half my HP, didn't frenzy. I succeeded by 1, but I didn't frenzy.
Sometimes that's all you need.
So, and then people were like, well, no, we think the Lasombra might. I'm like, that sounds about right. He already accidentally became a daddy, so there's that.
Nice.
So, the idea was... Actually, this is a whole ass story I need to tell from the start. We met, and you're not going to be surprised about this, we met a Tremere! Oh boy! Why? This totally won't go wrong now that you know it's Tremere. He wanted a job done, but he wanted the sheriff. Thankfully, the sheriff was out at the time because she was busy. So, our Lasombra, alone, offers to do the job. He gets the job. He goes off to do the job. Doesn't tell any of us what's happening.
No.
So he gets to the building, and the job is to, quotations, evict someone. Turns out, the Tremere wanted someone dead because they had information and they didn't want them found. But it was also a trap because there was a black site group there. So a gunfight breaks out. The Tremere gets his leg stuck in a bear trap, which is being pulled by a chain run by an engine. And turns out the person in the building was just a scientist. They were a normal fucking kind. Which was all the more baffling. And then
How
finally...
far they have fallen.
And then finally, like an hour later, we get a call from his chauffeur, Randy, who drives him because he's somber and can't drive normal modern cars. And we hear gunfire over it. Also, we get told, where the fuck are you? Why aren't you here? I don't know. He didn't tell us anything. Of course he didn't. So we all get in like an armored Humvee that the co-owner of the garage that my character owns has, because he's a ex-military guy. So we drive down, we get there, we have all our gear. We see a bunch of people on one side firing, from the building the Lasombra's in firing, and then there's Randy in the middle of the street, behind a car door, with his M16. Our decision is to try and get into the left side building to take out them and then go into the central building to get our friend. So one person goes up top sneakily. One other person goes around the other side sneakily. I sprint headfirst in, jump through a window, and grab the first person I see. Unfortunately, they're black site operatives. They were ready for this shit. I still held on. They knew what we were right away. And they came ready to die. This is where I lost half my HP to a fireball. I managed to
But
shove...
you didn't frenzy.
I did not frenzy. I was on
Nice.
fire, though. So I had...
Uncomfortable.
So I had to put that out, jump out the window, and be like, okay, I need to sit down and just, like, take some gauze and some shit and wrap this up, because that looks suspicious as hell. 3rd degree burns? Oh boy.
What happened to you? I was cooking and some of the hot oil fell on me.
Were you using a vat? Yes.
Yes.
No, I reached into an engine and burned myself because it was still hot. But eventually, Randy goes in to get the Lasombra. The Lasombra comes out. Randy didn't find him, so now the Lasombra has to go back in, and Randy's almost dead. There's a whole nother person here, another kind that was not mentioned because he's not important at the moment, but the Lasombra knows the mafia, the local mafia, right? And this kind is part of it. He's a new guy. And he's been shot, so he's dying. Black site operatives fuck off because I already convinced one of them to blow themselves up and the rest of their unit, and the other one on the upper floor was bleeding to death and crawling away from a knife wound. So somehow we survived black site operatives. Somehow. I think it was entirely lucky that I managed to not die to that firebomb, but it ended up just killing all the other humans in the room.
Look, sometimes you luck out.
Yeah, there was a 50-50 chance I was gonna die there. But thankfully, I was stronger. And literally all it came down to was just me shoving the person back.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yep.
Change of positioning.
Yep. So, on our way out, Lucian and Randy are in bad position, so we have the Toreador drive. Now, we have this dying kind in the back seat, and Losambra is injured, and so am I. Mark the fact that Losambra has almost constantly been at level 3 hunger the entire time. For the last, 4 days. I don't know why he doesn't just feed and finish it off. But this is just how he is. So now he's hungry. There's a bleeding person in the back seat, but he doesn't want to kill them. So he's like, I need to feed, but I also don't want this person to die because that'll look really bad. So I'm gonna try to ghoul them. You can probably guess where that went.
They got eaten.
He became a daddy.
Oh, just turned them.
By accident. He wasn't paying attention. It was done in panic. And he didn't know what he was doing. So the next morning, we wake up. I have 20 missed calls from Randy because his chauffeur has to go through the 3 of us to get to him because he can't use a phone. Losambra curse and all that.
Yeah.
So I have 20 missed calls. Try to call back, don't get an answer. So we're like, oh shit, that's not good. We left Randy with the kid, the turned kid. So we go down to the mafia place. We get in. Shit's gone to hell. There are people dead. There are bullet casings on the ground, and a bunch of shit is broken. But when we get in, Randy's there. He's fine. Fine as a ghoul can be, I guess. And the kid is in a freezer. Locked in a freezer. He looks pissed. Because he doesn't know what's going on. So now, we have to make sure the Camarilla don't figure out that this was an unsigned childer, and that it was done by one of our coterie. So now we basically have to say, ah yes, you don't know who your sire is, and we're just taking care of you.
We picked you up off the street.
So we're sitting here and we're basically like, this is our kid now. This is our son. So we've been taking care of him and giving him the rundown. He's been handling it surprisingly well.
Look, we weren't just gonna leave a random childer out there to cause chaos on their own. We figured we'd take him in, you know.
I think that was literally one of my character's reasons. She was just like, so you can't tell people who your sire is. Otherwise, it's bad for you, and it's bad for us. So in the interest of mutual beneficiality here, don't say anything. If someone asks, don't know. We found you wandering one night and fed you, and now you're ours, basically.
Because we weren't going to be irresponsible vampires and just leave a child or wandering out there on the streets not knowing how to conduct themselves.
Right? You did the responsible thing to preserve the masquerade, which is your job.
Exactly. Too bad that didn't matter because the Sabbat Warband the next night was like, time to cause chaos, and we're like, great, we're leaving. We're not ready for this shit. Worse, it was led by a Salubri, an ancient Salubri. So, we're not, no, that's not our job.
Oh no,
Bye.
Salubri are like, I love being able to pull that card out of my back pocket, but that's so...
Like, I sat there.
Ooh!
Sat there when I figured out it was the Salubri, and I'm like, oh god, no.
What in the cinnamon toast fuck?
Oh, yeah, so the prologue ending was something else, because now the 3 of us, the 5 of us, are on a boat. Like, this nice, boat that is owned by the Banu, who became a hermit after he came home from the war.
Why is it always a boat with you?
Well, it's not mine. I'm not the Banu, I'm the Gangrel. I own a garage, alright? I restore
know, but
cars.
you always end up on a boat.
Somehow. But he had a boat that he was a hermit on, so now we're all piled onto that with the Banu's puzzle pieces here. The sheriff of the Camarilla, who was alive, had a ghoul. She gave that ghoul, technically, sort of, just to watch over our Banu. Victoria's great. She's the sassiest motherfucker I have ever met, and she's amazing. She literally pokes at the fucking Banu for not having enough bowls in his boat. Like he'd wake up at night and there'd just be sticky notes everywhere, like, this needs to be fixed, or you don't have enough bowls. How are you supposed to hide and pretend you're a person when you don't live like a person?
Look, some people they're sloppy like that.
So, now there's Victoria, there's the new kid, there's me, the Toreador, and the Banu. And the Banu's dog. I gave them animalism as a favor. And now we're sailing up Lake Michigan away from this war party because we want nothing to fucking do with it. We're technically all free, so... Well, I mean, free, we're not bound to any of the factions. I believe the proper word there is autarky. But we're just sailing up Lake Michigan towards Canada right now. And my immediate thought was, oh good, we're going towards Canada, land of the forest. I can't wait to meet all the werewolf tribes.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, hey, gameplay, that thing we're supposed to be doing.
Unfortunately, our current story is on hold, because, as I said, Storyteller is currently waiting for the release and to do setup for Steinhardt's Guide to the Eldritch. Which I still don't know if I'll join or not, because I kind of need a bit of longer break from D&D. I want to try other tabletops more. To think that we've been talking for almost just a half hour.
Yep. This is more of a couch stream than a gaming stream, let's be honest.
Listen, you people don't come to this stream for the game, they come here for the conversation.
Yeah, they come here for my derpy ass.
The game,
Yes,
the game is just
That's
extra.
what they come here for.
I know,
Look,
it feels
we're
nice to hear you say...
We're generally nerdy, so it's the whole package deal.
Right. And between me, Shade, and Silver, we have most nerd bases covered. We with my all-purpose nerdery. Shade with...
All-purpose nerdery. Why does that sound like a chemical?
That would be nerdtronium.
No, that is a metal.
You do know metals are chemicals, right?
Metals are solidified chemicals. Thus, their new state of being changes them from being a chemical.
Yeah.
They have become
No.
a solid.
That... That's not...
I am very much enjoying listening to my story. I'm glad you liked it. I could tell you so many stories of the tabletop experiences I've had. Like, my first campaign I ran, while Theo dies in the background as his already pudding brain turns to further, flan.
My think pudding is falling.
Everything's chemicals and I will try them all. Do not.
That's such a Zothar effect.
Yep.
I have to step away for a moment because it is my roommate's birthday. I will be right back.
Alright.
You'll give them hugs for me.
I need to tell the story. I will
I
tell
will.
the story of that D&D campaign soon. I'm gonna go quickly use the bathroom.
Okay, bye. I'm going to try to scrape some of my think pudding off the walls. So did that hurt anybody else's brain, or was it just me? And yes, you can try all the things, Althar, except don't, because half of them will just kill you. Because it turns out, we found out through science that there are rocks that give off auras. Unfortunately, that aura is eat shit and die energy. Fucking uranium. Brain is already mush. Yeah. Yes. That is listening to that. And him trying to inject physics into chemistry. But yes, my think pudding is not doing well after that. But I'm glad we're all generally learning. It's currently a cloud that's singing the song of its people. Nice. We were talking about how our think puddings hurt because of you.
Good.
No, not good. Do not do.
Theo, you should know me by now. I love causing confusion.
But you're not a psychic type. You can't learn that move.
No, I'm a nerd type, so I can learn any move.
Well, actually, nerd isn't a type. That was my one well actually for the day.
That reminds me of that joke I saw that McGovs posted a while back. Where do mansplainers get their water? From the well, actually.
Oh, yes, I remember.
I'm surprised it didn't bounce off onto the floor. This song is yodeling.
Shade, you make me want to go to sleep early.
Cake and hugs delivered.
Yay.
Good. Pup,
And I have my sandwich for eating.
pup.
Sandwich.
Yes.
I have a D&D story to share. And I wanted to wait for you to be back. So I did my first campaign a while back. And I did a Ghost of Saltmarsh campaign. Most of it was skeleton, and the majority remaining of it was all custom. So like I did like the first book and a half, and then everything else after that was custom. But one of my players was the most verbal flashbangy people I've ever known. So he said a walking mushroom. So a while back, one of the players mentioned that he used to have a pet dog that he called Waffles. And then the druid became a wolf in order to follow him for covert activities. And he inadvertently called them Waffles as well. Cut to like a week later, and they've gone through a haunted mansion. Haunted quotations. Bear in mind that. And they found a mage in there who was being forced to work against his will. He's not a great mage, so he's not exactly able to just blast his way out all he wants. So they free him, and they find him working at a tavern in town nearby. So our bisexual disaster bard decides to flirt with this guy, this half-elf. And right as they're about to leave, he says, "If you stay with me for the night, I'll let you call me Waffles." Our player didn't think about this at all. The words just came out. You can call me Waffles. I died. Cut to another week later. They're traveling down the road because they need to go check out the forest because they've been seeing a bunch of Ents travel. They don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
They get attacked by awakened shrubs and all that. And the bard gets knocked down by one of the shrubs that have a move that grapples, which needs a strength check. Unfortunately, he's unconscious, so he can't even fight back. So it automatically pulls him in, and these things have the ability, once you're inside, to suffocate you each turn if you're not freed.
Yep.
So as he's going in, he says, "Can I say my final words before I potentially die?" And I'm like, "Go for it." I look to the monk and...
Don't let me become a salad.
Yes. He turns to the monk and goes, "Don't let me become a salad." And the table
I remember
died
this.
for like 5 minutes. We couldn't progress because we just couldn't believe what we heard.
Isn't it true that the only reason why he was a bisexual disaster is because he misspelled something
Yes,
on his character sheet?
he originally said that his character was going to be morally gray, but he missed the R, and his character ended up becoming morally gay.
But he went with it because he was a good sport.
As one does.
Yes.
Morally gay. That's fantastic.
I will warn you, one of those mushrooms has eyes.
Good to know. I love the funky ass music for being near this guy. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow.
By the way, yeah, you were supposed to flute.
Oh boy. Not the dancing powder.
Dance. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
You can dance if you want to, but you also don't get a choice. Drink up, me boys, ya gotta run ahead of ya. I didn't want you to do that, but that works too. I love how if they don't get anything, they're just like, damn.
So, did you...
Oh, I
Have you
forgot
ever
about the
noticed-
floof, sorry.
Did you know that there is actually an official Pikmin flower?
What
That
was that?
Nintendo specifically bred into existence for the release of Pikmin 1.
I did not know that.
What was that you said? I heard blood into existence.
Nintendo bred into existence for the release of Pikmin 1 the Pikmin flower.
Really?
So there's an official 5-petal with a yellow center Pikmin flower. In fact, some of the original Pikmin games contained a packet of seeds, which said when you planted them, would grow a Pikmin. And that was these specific flowers that they had made for the release of Pikmin.
Nice.
Alright, you can't do anything there. What?
Mango.
Nom. Oh. Okay. That's a little cheap, don't you think?
Yeah.
Nah, this game wouldn't do that.
I don't even have my full army. I was like, why wouldn't it let me move the base?
Because fuck you.
Because suddenly Beady Longlegs.
Yeah, because fuck you.
Good boy.
But yeah, specifically it's the Bacopa cabana is the Pikmin flower. Which was, bred from a South African variety of flower known as the Canosoma cordata. But literally, they made their own version for the game.
Whatever works.
It killed the pond skater! It just casually walked over the poor bastard.
Bonus!
What is this fucking music? It's kind of a bop.
It's a banger.
Oh, look, the theme music for the walkers are always good.
Where are you going?
It literally just walks back and forth.
I feel like I want yellows to deal with you, because I can't throw high enough. I'll be back, sir. You just hang out there. Don't walk all over the world. Weird fucking half spider. With only a body. No head. Breaks phone. I
What,
sure
no
hope
head?
someone else got that joke.
No head?
So no head. Break skateboard.
I don't get it.
It was a video.
It's a meme.
It is indeed meme culture.
Fair enough. I'm I'm classically trained meme. This
Classic
meme-
meme. Classically trained meme.
Look, I remember the E era, okay? I remember the dark age of memes.
dark ages of the Markiplier meme.
Yeah. Where anything was a meme.
Break it. Do not. Uh-huh.
So I find it really interesting that they've got 3 toes.
They're triangular feet.
It's super stable.
Oh no!
Oh, well, it's an overworld fight. There's literally pellet posies right next to me.
It's not like you don't have like 2,000
Haha!
of various colors.
And then it died.
You don't have to wait for the colors to change. It'll be whatever the highest amount carrying the thing is.
I'm pretty certain it still follows the, if you have the right color carrying their right color, it gives you 1 extra.
Oh! I didn't know that.
Yeah, so if you have yellows carry yellow pellet posy, and it'll produce double the amount of the posy. So, like, if you have, like, a 10 posy for any color, and that color's carrying it back, congratulations, you just sprouted 20 of that color.
And this is a thing I have seen happen in this playthrough.
So what's funny, in my playthrough against this particular Longlegs, mine got stuck on the hump between the 2 areas it controls.
Nice. Easy kill.
And I was just like, really? No, I couldn't get to it! None of its legs were anywhere where the Pikmin could get to.
Wait, oh, there he is! I was like, I have only 39 yellows, but it says I have 40. Where's the last one? There he is.
Him was hiding.
So 5 cozy carrying yellows. Huh. Drink up, me boys. Yep. Oh God, it's getting late. I keep forgetting you can't dig with those.
Thank-
Like 10 reds just run back. Oh, hello. Art.
Gesundheit.
Ow, my skeleton.
Oh no.
I will break the game to benefit myself. No. I need more water.
For Sippy,
Yeah.
I finished my sandwich and
Yay.
managed to clean up the crumbs.
Because I,
the bread.
unlike Pikmin, actually need to stay hydrated.
There are some Pikmin that like to be hydrated.
Submerging yourself entirely in water does not count as proper hydration.
I mean, but the mud. They really liked playing in the mud. And it made them shiny and hydrated. You know what I'm talking about, and I am totally correct.
Ice doesn't count. Because ice is naturally shiny.
I'm talking about the occupational hazards video.
Oh yeah. The tremendous sniffer.
Because it's huge.
That's the frog solution to being hydrated.
Mud.
Oh wow, we got 2%. Because it's Louis.
Because Louis is a sociopath.
Even Olimar's like, I don't fucking know. I would tell him to watch what I do and try to learn from it. Got it. So Louis is literally like a learning AI. It's like, I see, I do. Concept of
No.
morals is null.
No, he's causing problems on purpose. He doesn't want to go back to work. Which, while it is a mood,
A big
it is
move.
incredibly problematic in this particular instance.
Mood, but also Louis, goddammit, Olimar has a family to go back to.
Yeah, but does he though?
Yes. You find that out in the first
Yes.
game. You even get
no
messages.
wife and 2 kids.
Yeah, you even get messages from them over the course of the first game.
His poor kids are being mistreated by his wife while he's gone. Oh god. I need 5,000 steps for this one mission, and I'm at 4,981.
Time to start jogging on the spot.
PUBG?
I mean, that's what you are.
Magubs is...
I hear boo
Magubs
first.
is... Mum... Magubs is completely correct, though, that Louis is just an asshole.
He's just a massive dick.
We got 2 more 100-step seedlings. Yay!
Woo.
Unfortunately, I while I can do steps in place, I cannot plant flowers in place. Flowers actually require you to go places.
Unfortunate.
Damn, having to get up and go out. Miserable.
All
I
right.
know.
Having to be a social person.
I know it's terrible. All you people wanted to talk to me.
Usually, your other mother just drags me in the car with her.
Valid.
And I'm just sitting there. We've got music playing. I'm tapping my phone to the beat to get steps in, and I'm gonna get a bruise on this one spot of my leg that I always use to tap my phone against.
Don't do that.
But yeah, the one guy does want you to get all the flowers because he thinks the flowers are beautiful. And if you bloom all the Pikmin flowers, you'll beautify the world.
Interesting.
See, I've gotten really far in the game, but I haven't actually beaten it, so I do not know why the Leaflings are so obsessed with Dandori. Specifically white Pikmin, you'll get more white Pikmin, or not. Okay. Owachi!
Oh, poor Ochi.
Ochi, yeah, that's his name. Well, the rock Pikmin can't be crushed. So
Oh, great.
did it just hit itself?
I mean, if they have the tracking version, you can make them kill themselves. But no.
It's hilarious.
That's an interesting shaped instrument.
Yep.
It'll be faster if you hit the button again. Yep.
Button.
I just had to wait for Ochi to get out.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But it's time for Cat to do the slaps.
I will be here so you can go slap. Not have to worry about abandoning Shay to
My fate.
the tender mercies of the Pikmins. But, well, chat, have a good night. Derps, enjoy. We'll see you next time.
Sleep well, cat.
Poof.
This level is a pain in the ass
Yeah,
because
I'm
of
looking at
the
it and my brain's
glitches.
just going, why?
Okay. Now, grab the nugget. Wait for them to go through. Yep. They'll be fine. Just wait, because some of them will have to go back.
I'm grabbing a few of them because I have to do a little bit of combat.
Yeah.
You guys can take the long road. So I have to get over there. Oh my god, really? Really? Okay. Apparently, Ochi can't run forwards when they're pushing him.
You didn't get that. The switches are absolutely key to finishing this level properly. You have to be like right on those switches. It's annoying, I know.
Oh well. I'll perfect it later.
Yeah.
I have everything
Yes,
else
that's-
set platinum right now, so.
Yeah.
They're really fun to do when you're not pressured.
Right?
Like the first time it's like,
Same.
oh god, and then you replay it and it's like, okay, this is actually kind of nice. But no,
I do like those challenges.
it's these little things that Pikmin has that it's like, it's endearing. Because one of the biggest challenges of Pikmin has always been like organization.
Mm-hmm. Bamburi, as it loves to remind you.
Yep. Okay.
Too much violence they desire.
Father, we wish for violence.
Yay! Now we'll go pick up the things that you want us to do. Well, I mean, I keep saying that they're toddlers who desire violence. So, and I keep getting proven right.
Can't say you're wrong. Come along, my children. There's more places to explore. Gosh.
very toxic area. Quite literally.
Yeah. Very gassy. Dead slug noises. There should be another camp somewhere nearby, right?
Yeah, there should be, but I can't remember off the top of my
There it
head.
is.
Oh, there it is.
You mold rot-infested monsters. This is going to be an enemy. Or not. I've been bamboozled. Oh.
I guess Louie was at this day. Yeah, Louie just is a jerk. I don't think Louie has any particularly positive qualities, actually. Like, I'm trying to think. I think he's just a jerk.
He's just an asshole. Like, I would take the company president over Louis. Fuck is that?
I believe it's a bat. It's a pain to try and get.
Hello, Joustmite. Oh, you're a floating Joustmite, okay.
Yeah, he's kind of a jerk.
You fucking moron! You fucking moron! Stop!
White Pikmin only! Go, my violent toddlers, go!
Little red-eyed gremlins.
They're just so full of hate.
They love to work, but they hate all the creatures around them. Woohoo! The little backflip.
So I believe dirt mounds like that actually do respawn.
They do over time now.
Which is really useful if you're low on materials.
Yep. They respawn and they give you money.
Uh-huh.
Just so you don't get soft locked.
Yeah, because
Oh! Nice.
I warned you.
You did. You did.
I warned you that one of those mushroom stalks in that pathway had eyes.
I believe we only lost one Pikmin though, so it's fine. What I love about non-poison enemies is when a white Pikmin gets eaten, it just fucking kills it more, like half the time.
Right? Like...
Oh, my violence-craving children.
They do crave violence.
I love how you can immediately pick it up off the ground to throw it too. That's nice. So if you really need to, you can just use it right then.
That appears to be an Asian pear.
And there we go. And away they march. You will not stop me from getting that spray.
So many poison mushrooms in just the really tiny spot.
That's an arena if I've ever seen one that's so open!
Can't remember what's up there, so But with the nectar right before it, I believe it.
Having that wide range whistle is so nice.
Yeah. There aren't nectar here, so...
Oh, we got most of
Where's
them.
Wachi?
He's still over by the other base.
Then... Puppy noises.
Yep.
Yeah, that's an annoying spot to get. Two for one, nice.
And then we'll clear out this.
Powerful chomp.
Yeah. I upgraded Ochi first thing.
Yeah. That mushroom, one of those mushrooms there may also have eyes. Yeah, that one has eyes. I don't think that one over there has eyes, but it's got its own.
Nom. Power of Nom compels you. Bouncy doggo noises. I love that he only has 2 legs, so he literally just has to, like, forcefully throw hop himself forwards.
Right?
Reunited. I'll be right back.
Reunited and it feels so good. Hi, chat! Considering that at the moment Shade had to step away. I don't know what to say to entertain you guys. Well, Shade's father's currently playing Bloodborne. And I unfortunately wasn't available the last night that Shade was playing Bloodborne. So for those of you who were, did he do the CMM FPK thing at all? Did he do Cumfuck? Because that is I wouldn't call him an exploit, but a method that Shade's father, at least, has been taking advantage of. The little dungeons that you can input little. There are dungeons in Bloodborne that you can input text codes into. And one of the reasons why the specific one that's CMMMFPK is so popular is because there's an enemy at the entrance of the dungeon that 4 rocks will just fall on, and the enemy will die, and you'll get like 80,000 blood echoes? Or something ridiculous like that.
Welcome to Hydration Nation.
It's incredibly entertaining. I was telling him about Cumfuck.
Ah, yes, the best dungeon.
The best dungeon. See?
Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding? That is rude.
Yeah, it's also a bottomless pit. It ate some of the ice Pikmin.
Yep. May you burn.
But yeah. It's great.
Split.
It's the bad suck. Yes. Certainly not the good suck. Forget if it's like a tin rattle or what that is.
It almost looks like a putty container.
No, it's definitely some sort of like tin rattle thingy.
The Maple Bridge. Okay, you all return for a moment. Alright, they're only gonna be blues. I only have blues that can be reproduced right now. Like this.
Oh, because you haven't gotten the other onion.
Well, I have the rock. I just don't have the winged or the whites or the purples.
So, I've asked you this before, what your favorite Pikmin is, so that wouldn't be a useful thing to ask again.
No, it's the whites.
They're small children that love violence. And I love them.
The army marches. Listen, we love the white Pikmin here. They're tiny, and they're just very, very angry.
Do you think it's because they're tiny? Do you think that's one of the reasons why they're so angry is because they're tiny?
Probably. Like in the first short film, I love how the one little white gets on. Or he's standing behind the purple, right? And the 2 blues hit,
Yeah.
and it does nothing. So he like angrily tells him to move aside.
Like,
So he gets on, and 2 purples hit, and he just goes
and he
off into
just
space.
EBDBs into the atmosphere.
Of Olimar's entire reaction is, well, shit. Anyways, back to work.
Like, they'll come down eventually and hopefully not die.
I haven't seen Pikmin die from fall damage yet, so that's fine.
Stomping his foot.
To be fair,
Okay.
they're probably so small their terminal velocity wouldn't be able to kill them.
And it's proven later in occupational hazards that if they are falling and they would get hurt, they'll bloom.
Yeah. Apparently it's an evolutionary safety measure.
Yeah. They'll bloom and the petals will
They
keep
basically
them from falling.
they get to umbrella float around.
Yeah. Which the Bulborb thinking the same thing will happen to him, and then it not happening.
I still can't get over how in the engine room the two yellows were there, just making a light show, and the one blue goes up and is like, "Let me join," and fucking dies. Straight up
And then there's
dies.
And then there's more yellows at the end, and they accidentally complete the loop,
Yeah.
which causes the engine to turn on. I had your other mother watch that, and I had her watch all the shorts, and they're all just really good.
Faux fishy.
Okay, I think it's supposed to be like a little tin boat, like a floating toy for kids.
One of those bathtub toys, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucked if we know Olimar. I hope he isn't involved in anything dangerous. He's tried to kill you twice.
Olimar,
Look in the bazaar.
don't. You're right. Yeah, Shepard. My thoughts exactly.
He's usually pretty annoying, but Louis not a bad guy. He steals,
No,
eats
Olimar,
food that isn't
he
his, and he's usually pretty annoying. Not a bad guy. Those two sentences don't usually go together.
Olimar thinks
Come
too
on.
highly of him. Right. He's not that great either.
I think Oliver's just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's like, Louis is younger, he's just an idiot.
Yeah. Olimar is a good guy in every single way that Louis is not.
Yeah. Like, I love how the very first thing Olimar thought of when he crash landed on the planet in the first game was, shit, how am I gonna get back to my family?
Yeah.
And then after that it was, the boss, we're in debt, so I need to repossess your ship and we need you to go back and get more treasure. And he's like, alright, fine. And then he comes back home and the boss is like, wonderful, where's your co-pilot? Guess we gotta go back for him.
He's literally just.
Olimar's just a good person.
Yeah.
If Louis was an office worker, he'd be a lunch thief. He'd just go to the fridge and steal people's food. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'd start spiking it with undoctored green chili. If he was stealing my food. Louis would regret his life choices.
The space police have their suspicions.
What? Yeah, that's. See, Louis is a food thief. You already know that, because you played the classic Pikmin games. 1 and 2, at least.
I've played all of them but 3. That's because I couldn't play 3. I did not own a Wii U.
Yeah. See, no. What Boy does is, for his green chili enchiladas, he has just this incredible mixture of peppers that he puts together that are at once flavorful and savory. And if he doesn't, use cream of mushroom soup to temper it, it's spicy as hell. Those enchiladas are to die for. Zalthar's had some. He also makes this savory red chili sauce, which is best when he uses pork, because the pork fat will just, it's so good. I would have it over funnel cake. Oh yes, let's check the treasure catalog.
I need
See
to.
what funny things these people think about about these items.
I'm going to find the thing we just found because I want to see if
It's
either
part
of us are
the
anywhere
Toys of
near right.
Giants. It's part of the Toys of Giants. There it is. The faux fishy.
So we're just gonna have a quick look at it here. It looks like something that floats, but clearly
Yeah.
it's made of like a sort of floatable plastic, as you can see by the chipping on the end there.
Actually, I think it's tin because it's metallic. A sacred fish created to amuse and comfort the ancient gods. They would submerge the fish in a heavenly spring and while the hours away, pretending to catch and feed it. It would seem the gods had blessed themselves with way too much free time.
So it
So
is a
yes,
bath
it's-
toy.
Yeah, it's a floating children's toy. But what does Olimar have to say about it? You don't just have schnauz now. I'm much more used to seeing fish painted in profile instead of from the top down. I suspect this is supposed to float on the water, but I'd be quite startled to encounter a fish like this under normal circumstances.
That's fair.
Olimar also has wonderful things to say about all of the things and enemies in the game. Once you unlock him, he will also have commentary on the enemies in the Piclopedia.
Yep.
This sword is known for bestowing on its owner the power to make allies of forest spirits.
Sure.
Clearly, it was given this odd green hue in anticipation of forest combat. This color does seem rather bright for any forest we know of. But maybe forests here are very vibrant?
It must have been pretty hard to see the sword of the forest as it would blend in with the foliage. Applying apathetic coloration to a weapon is more than just practical. It's brilliant. I'm always amazed at the creative solutions that float around in the minds of others. He says, talking about
apathetic
weapons despite not having any. Oh, no, wait.
Apathetic
He does.
Apathetic means of or relating to a coloration that disguises and protects the hand. So
Ah.
not just camouflage, but also like stripes or any interruptive coloration that is meant to protect. I figured we'd want the definition of it.
It definitely helps.
You're welcome. Even if I had to Google it myself.
Get 3/4 DR, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
The Trackinator.
Russ is I love the different members of the squad. The rescue squad.
Yeah. The only one I don't like is Dingo because he's genuinely useless.
Yes, Dingo is genuinely useless. But
He's the
everybody
only one who
else-
doesn't have a purpose on the team besides wasting time.
Uh-huh. He tries to act like he's like the big shot. Really, you're way more. For being a newbie, you are way more useful than he has ever been.
Also, can I just say that them hanging onto Ochi makes them look smaller than they actually are, because if you hold them... What the fuck?
Oh, it's because they're compact and like really squished against each other.
Ochi has compression powers. He's a ding-dong.
Yeah, Dingo is a ding dong.
Also, I love the way... This has been in every Pikmin game, just the way you hold them and the way they flail about in your hold. I love how
I have
permanently
to-
surprised the rocks look at all times.
Right? I have to admit there isn't much throwing in Pikmin Bloom. But it's really funny when you're in the car and you have Pikmin that are on a mission. Oh, Gesundheit, what? Oh, she just sneezed. Wait, are some of them? No.
Yeah.
Are some of the ones that you're leaving in there?
Yeah, your idle animations still copy you.
No, I meant the ones that are still in the ground.
Yeah.
Blooming.
Yeah, if you leave them in the ground, they bloom twice as fast as if they're pulled out.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
So, like, if you really want, like, powerful Pikmin for, like, a dungeon run or something, it's usually beneficial to just take out, like, 10 or so of the color you want, have them harvest a bunch of bodies and pellet posies, and just leave them in the ground the whole day. Like, sacrifice a whole day to produce the Pikmin, don't pick them. And then come back the next day, they're usually either budded or flowered by then.
Okay, I love Ochi's... How Ochi's sneezing startles the ones that are closest to him. Migubs, I need to show you, because the rock Pikmin that I had, the rock ice cream Pikmin, the fact that you can only see their eyes. They're too cute.
No,
We're
there's no
letting
good
them
reason.
age. They
I'm
are
literally
sucking
letting-
out nutrients from the soil.
I was gonna say, I'm literally letting them be plants for a bit. They were just born, let them feed. They can only age so fast from photosynthesis. Like, look at those ones. They were just born. This leaf in my party has been alive for at least a day. And still hasn't budded. Yeah, I'm just letting them flower real quick. Oh, it's starting.
Letting them be plants. Oh, look at him! Look at him go! That's so cute. Parading around Ochi.
And Ochi's just a dog. Two more. One more. Any second now.
But yeah, because I'm gonna put another picture in
There we
Shade server that is the Froyo Rock Pikmin. And y'all will see what I mean by how it's just all you see is their eyes. They're great. I love them.
I need to have a look at this then. Legs, eyes. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the Demon Box minion from fucking 14.
Yes!
How it's
Demon
literally
box.
just like a present with a leg holes cut in it, and it's on top of a Spriggan. It's fucking great.
But yeah, now you have unlocked not only this guy's, but you'll also be able to see what
Legs.
Olimar thinks man at legs. Yeah,
Baldy long
instead of man
legs.
at war. Uh-huh. And there's man at legs and Groovy long legs.
That's the poison one. Doodlebugs.
Mm-hmm.
You have the flint
And they're-
beetles, glint beetles, and doodlebugs, and they all suck equally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this motherfucker that tried to kill us.
I think there are a total of 2 of them in the game.
I know the very first time that a Man at Legs was ever introduced was 2.
Yeah,
When
I
you went to go
wanna
get
say-
Louie, Louie was on top of it.
I want to say there's one more man at legs. There's another man at legs that you will end up having to deal with.
This species of the Arachnoid family fuses with machinery at a crucial point in the maturation process, giving it the ability to fire energy bursts from the launcher beneath its orbicular torso. However, the Man at Legs itself is not in control of this weapon. Instead, the mechanical portions of its structure appear to automatically acquire and attack targets. The Man at Legs has a gentle disposition, and as a member of the Arachnoid family, it has no natural enemies. It is particularly difficult to understand why the species would develop such awesome offensive capabilities, leading to rumors among the scientific community that it was the machinery that approached the Arachnoid and proposed the symbiotic relationship. So, these poor things fuse with machinery when they're young, and because they have gentle dispositions, the machinery automatically starts attacking things that get near. So these poor things don't want to hurt anyone, but the machinery does not allow that to be the case.
Yeah. I find between, Olimar
because you have Olimar who has encountered these things before,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the new guy.
times and survived, and then you have the guy who just really, really likes.
Who's a little who's a little less on the cautious side of dealing with these things.
Hey, I'm cosplaying as Damien.
Did you hear your father say that?
What?
That he's cosplaying Justinian?
So you're being broody and rude?
No, covered in blood.
Oh, okay. So you're doing post Heaven's Word Justinian. Got it.
Yeah, post Heaven's Word Justinian. But
You gotta
literally,
be specific.
Head to toe, his hunter is incredibly shiny and red.
Mood. Machinery. Protect gentle hosts at all costs. Also, yes, the Baldy Longlegs. Olimar mentions that it doesn't secrete wax like its other, like another one,
Brethren,
which is the
which
Beady
allows-
Longlegs.
which allows small insects to climb its legs without slipping.
Yeah. That would be Beady Longlegs? Because I know Shaggy Longlegs has hair.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, how many enemies even exist? Oh, you don't got question marks. Okay. That's not what I want. I want notes. I know buttons.
Although they've been named Blue Pikmin, it's not entirely clear whether or not this species is actually a type of Pikmin. These creatures possess the same fundamental behaviors as Pikmin, like carrying things, propagating, and fighting. They also share special characteristics, such as the leaf on top of their head. Yet, they do not spawn.
I love how he says they have the fundamental behaviors of Pikmin. Carrying things, propagating, fighting. Why does that just sound like kobolds?
I mean, they're just tiny plant kobolds. But yes, they do not spawn from an onion, but at a luminol, and they are only active at night or underground. During the day, they revert into seeds and enter a resting state. What's even more surprising is that they exhibit no signs of life. When a glow Pikmin dies, if that word can be used, it does not expire in the typical sense. Instead, it just becomes a form of light, or perhaps a photon, and returns to the luminol.
I'm already out of water. Makes me sad.
Thirsty. Putting aside my scientist hat for a moment, it seems to me that this creature or entity may not be a living organism at all, but some manner of spiritual substance.
Further proof that glow Pikmin are just ghosts of Pikmin.
Yeah, Pikmin ghosts. I mean, based on how they die, we prove that there is something that rises from their corpses.
Ghostman. Oh boy, what do you have to say about this accursed monstrosity, Olimar?
The water wraith.
Fuck this thing. Since it appeared in 2, it's come back every time. All that is known about this creature stems from a few sightings deep underground. All reported sightings feature the same core set of details. Giant viscous form with a clear, hazy sheen, not unlike hard candy. I want to bite it. One theory holds that it may be the ectoplasmic incarnation of a kind of psychic phenomenon, but as is usually the case with such theories, it is very difficult to prove. All witnesses report being suddenly overcome with fear upon sighting the creature, not incorrect, approaching a state of panic and near insanity. In fact, every report contains an inordinate amount of extremely vague details, which has led to suspicions that exhaustion and fear may have caused some simple, natural phenomenon to be viewed as a living creature. Olimar, you can't say that. You've dealt with this thing twice now.
I could not call that by any means as any kind of like natural anything. No. By the way, I posted a couple more decor Pikmin in general sharing. Or no, not general sharing.
This thing,
Alright.
it's a grub chucker.
In chitter chatter. This bipedal creature walks upright, but so
Is
its
that-
motion is
Is that
noticeably
Snoot
slow.
at the bottom?
Yes, that's Snoot.
I love him.
Thank you. He's just got the stickers impaled on his nose. And Shramp.
And Shramp.
This bipedal creature walks upright, so its motion is noticeably slow, but the long reach of its pincers is useful for catching prey and tossing it into the wide mouth on top of its head. When young, this mouth stays closed, and the grubchucker lives on things like shellfish, nuts, and fruits, eating using a small trophy located below the feelers below its eyes. As it grows, its sincipital mouth opens, and it can start eating larger quantities of food. It has few natural enemies, primarily due to its height. However, it's often found in dimmer wetlands or underground to protect the soft top of its shell from the sun's rays. Its family is crab lips.
Okay. What a fucking name for a family of creature. Crablips.
Mm-hmm. Crested rumpfuck. The Derrieris capillium.
I love how it's derriere too, because you have to attack its ass.
Yeah. Pull off the tail. Also, my least favorite thing is the freaking, not the crawmads, but like the shells. The clamps.
Pearly clamp
hate
clamps. Yeah.
I hate them. Everything else I can deal with. The clamps, I always lose a few Pikmin to them.
Family snare shell.
Mm-hmm. The peckish aristocrab.
I've had 9 casualties to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're
And
so
the aristocrab offspring.
they're so weird.
They're called onion shells because they resemble an onion. The Wally hops.
These fucking things. And 2, these use
Amphitubers. Amphitubers? Like amphibian tubers? Like amphibian potatoes?
yes.
Oh, what's the mushroom thingy? The big old
Also,
mushroom.
Fuck these things in 2. They would always sneak up on you because when they hop, it's very quiet. And if you're underground doing anything, you won't hear it.
Yeah.
Fungorissus elasticis.
It's a sporovid.
Puffstool.
Are we gonna learn about it?
Yields 20 Pikmin.
It's a chonker. Let us ponder the puffstool. The devious little bean releases spores that have a hallucinogenic effect on Pikmin. At the first inhale, affection sprouts and they are drawn in closer. Then they breathe in more and more of the confusion-inducing spores. Soon, they think nothing but the puffstool as they jump around. Boing, boing.
Bow. A type of ambulofungus. The current working theory is that the puffstool evolved from a more common species of fungus that gained animal-like characteristics over time, including the ability to walk. When it senses danger, it will scatter spores from under its cap, releasing a hallucinogen that confuses its attackers. The hallucinogenic compound in the spores is only effective against this species' natural enemies, the Pikmin, causing them to mistake it for their leader. Pikmin who fall into this trap are then used as workers to maintain nutrition or defenses for the puffstool.
So it's actually not harmful. It just confuses your Pikmin, so it's just a pain.
It
just
basically does the same thing Groovy Longlegs does. It just kind of stops
Except without
them.
the stomping on thing.
That's the thing. It's like, is that even Groovy's fault at that point? Has some remaining organic internal organs, but its carapace and eyes are made up of inorganic material. All 19 of its eyes are actually photoelectric sensors that the species uses to precisely locate its prey. The gas emitted from the posterior of its first leg joints includes a chemical substance that, after making contact with another organism's brain, temporarily controls that organism's actions. The groovy long legs uses this natural phenomenon, called the endless dance, to make its prey jump between its legs while it moves around in bizarre rhythms. The entire interaction is seemingly odd for a living organism, but the line between organic and inorganic on this planet is not always clear.
I like how its scientific name is Pseudoarachnia discochedes.
I
So
mean, they literally went out of
disco-
their way to call it groovy long legs.
Yeah. Kind of spider disco legs. Or disco feet. That's it.
I like how you can actually just get in here and fight it. It's nice that you can always go back in and just, like, re-engage with them and learn them better.
Yeah. Or just jam out to their music.
Oh, absolutely. He sure took his time. This, I will say again, was the most surprising thing I've ever had to deal with in any Pikmin game.
Oh yeah.
I saw the orb and was like, oh, it's gonna be like a Groovy Longlegs of some sort, one of its cousins or something. And then it drops down, starts stomping around to a beat, and my immediate thought is, that's not normal. But this fight is an absolute bomb.
Right? It drops the beat. And then drops you.
I think my favorite thing about this is that they coded it to follow music of its own making. And then
Yeah.
if you knock it down, the music becomes wonky.
It does. I love it. Just, it's a great fight. The lead up to it, and the fact that it kind of gives you a hint with the name of the dungeon, what you're getting into. The underground discotheque.
Yeah, but like even then, like you sit there and you listen to it, it's like, huh. Well, they've always had some weird names before, like Glutton's Kitchen and all that. I'm like, oh, that's fine. There's nothing different about this, and then suddenly you get into this, and it's just, oh, okay.
I also like how the stuff on its legs look like wires.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be fused with a bunch of tech.
Yeah, it's just excellent. It brings the bop to bop you with.
Exactly.
And when you have the Pikmin dancing around it, it's like the Pikmin don't know what's going on. They're tweaking out
Well, they're having a great time.
on more Molly than. Don't do drugs, kids.
But seeing the time of stream, I do believe it's time to
Call it.
call it for now. Yeah.
It was wonderful being your co-host this evening.
You are always welcome.
I need to take you up on that. Did it just like smack on it? I'm sorry, you throwing the pick carrots at it, just like that just like hit its head and then just kinda like glanced off.
Just like, the fuck? What did you just hit me with?
It doesn't care.
As it tries to confuse the carrot. But as always, thank you all for joining, and have a great night.